Hello there, everyone. Good to see you all. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Ariel. This is Dragon Tail Tarot, and today is actually the official day of Imbolc. Yesterday was technically like the calendar celebration of it, but if you go by the astrology, today is actually the day that is celebrated because it is the time when the sun sits at 15 degrees of Aquarius. It is literally the direct midpoint between the winter solstice and the spring equinox. So it really is that celebration of the midpoint. We're getting, closer and closer to spring now. There is so much history and cool stuff. So I definitely recommend you to go online, Google search it, Wikipedia search it, read all about Imbolc. It's spelled Imbolc. And it's a really fascinating day because it gets into so much that most people, and especially in the States, really don't know very much about. Most people just think that February the 2nd is Groundhog Day, but they don't really understand where all of that came from. Imbolc is definitely part of that because the whole thing about, seeing the shadow of an early spring or more winter is really all about that midpoint of, getting past the most of the winter and heading into those first signs of spring. So this is a day that is also associated with Brigid. And Brigid is a really incredible, I have her card from one of my goddess decks here up on the wall. But Brigid is also associated with this day. This is really like her celebratory day. I also have another card with her on it from yet another deck. So she has different forms, different manifestations that she can come in. But she is absolutely connected with fire. She is a fiery goddess. And she is also connected with holy wells, sacred waterways. So honoring the water is also a big part of her. She's both fire and water. She has a deep, deep connection to the Duatha Dé Danann and the Daida. That's where she really came from. She's an Irish goddess, very, very ancient Irish goddess. I don't even know, the exact year of origin, right? It goes back that far. But she was Christianized. That's the really wild part. When Catholicism, Christianity started coming into Ireland in their attempt to, get rid of any vestiges of the old ways or the indigenous pagan roots, they tried, of course, to get rid of all the old goddesses and gods and, all that, old spirituality. Didn't work when it came to Brigid at all. They were not willing to get rid of her. They were like, you ain't messing with our girl. She also rules the hearth. And so you'll see a lot of times the St. Brigid's cross, which is a really unique little four-pointed, it's a very like even pointed cross that's often woven out of hay or straw or grass. And those are a very common theme, to be hung over a hearth and above the fireplace because Brigid rules the hearth, protects the home. And so, they would not let her go. And so, Catholic Church had no choice except to integrate her with a Catholic saint that was already named Brigid, funny enough, that was very, that was well known at the time as well. And they just had to say, okay, fine, we'll just integrate her into this other, saint named Brigid, and we'll make her Saint Brigid. So she outlasted some really interesting times. Like, she is a goddess that came through the Christianization and so many changes in Ireland and throughout, the Celtic lands. And so that's what makes her, I guess, maybe a little bit unique, out of like all of the different ones, because she is connected, of course, very similar to Lu when we celebrate Lunasa. And so she has that same, connection with the forge and the fire, right, that he does. And so it's a really interesting, like, she's sort of almost the feminine dynamic. But she does rule creativity. I love in this one, the Goddess Power deck, she has that keyword creative spark. On this one, it's inner strength. Move back to wholeness, recognize that you have power, right? She is really about returning our fiery power to us, which is also an interesting thing because Imbolc, which is the day she is celebrated on, which is generally between February 1st, February 4th, that's also about the returning of the fire, returning of the spring, and getting back into that energy. So, this is a very, very interesting day. Yes, I totally buy, I believe in the groundhog. I believe in the groundhog, absolutely. That was, officially yesterday. I think the groundhog in Georgia, because yes, down here in Georgia, we do have a groundhog named Beauregard Lee. And, he predicted an early spring for us here in Georgia. Now, Punxsutawney Phil up in Pennsylvania predicted more winter up there. So I don't know. Me and my mom were talking the other day about what states have a groundhog. Some of them do and some of them don't. So if you have a groundhog in your state that's predicting your weather patterns for you, absolutely check in, see what they said. But I know that down in Georgia, our groundhog said we're getting early spring. So I'm pretty happy about that. Old Beauregard said that that's what we're getting. So but welcome everyone to the chat. I pray that we have a blessed Imbolc, a blessed holiday, St. Brigid's Day, however you choose to celebrate. I would say that, aside from maybe Halloween, this is one of my favorite days. I really love it. I swear, yesterday I woke up and I felt so energized. And the craziest thing, I mean, maybe it's not really crazy. I work in this world, but so I just pulled this one. This one's from a deck called the Keepers of the Light, this particular Brigid card. And so I pulled that one out of the deck on purpose, to kind of look at her and meditate on her energy. And so then I realized, hey, I have another, deck of goddesses. And I was like, I bet Brigid's in there too. Let's put her up on the star. She deserves that. Yeah, I'm going to put her up on the star. So I realized, I have another goddess deck, the Colette Baron Reed, the Goddess Power deck, which I love. It's very beautiful. And so I shuffled those cards, and she came up first card on top. I was like, she heard me. It's like, that was just the coolest feeling yesterday, y'all. When it was like she was the first card on the top after I just meditated briefly on her image. I was like, oh boy, she's listening. It's her day and she knows it. Oh my goodness. So here I will show you, of course, our Celtic Wheel of the Year. That is something I always like to pull out when we do these seasonal reading celebrations. So, Yule was our last major one, right? That's one of our last, our solstices, right? So the winter solstice of Yule, that was, on December 21st. So that is the last point that we've gone through. So now here we are at Imbolc, and that is at 15 degrees of Aquarius. And so when you look at the astrology for that, like I said, so yesterday, the sun was at 14 degrees Aquarius. So I was like, okay, today is the technical date when the sun is sitting at right in the middle. So there we go. Yes, we are. So it doesn't really, matter so much like what day you choose. I would say anywhere from like the 1st to the 4th of February is usually when that day occurs, and that's when you're really going to have that powerful energy. And that's, it's coming through very strongly because we have so many planets in Aquarius right now. It's really moving and grooving with that vibe. It totally is. So that's really when that happens. The other thing that I would bring up around this kind of time of year and the energy that we're bringing through is, we're getting closer and closer to the Chinese Lunar New Year, which is often as well called a spring festival, right? And so it's the same kind of pattern, same kind of energy where, we're getting closer and closer to the spring, getting further away from winter. And the way that the Chinese Lunar New Year is calculated, yes, I hear Moonchild say, mooncake, yeah, mooncakes. That's a big celebratory food that, gets served and eaten around the Lunar New Year. The Chinese Lunar New Year is a really, really big deal for Asian cultures. It's almost like Christmas and Thanksgiving and our New Year all wrapped up into one big festival. I've had many friends from China tell me it's like, you know, everybody takes like 2 weeks off from work. Everybody just parties, eats, hangs out, cleans the house, gets ready for the new year ahead. It's a big dang deal. And I love it, of course, because they always bring out lots of dragons. Of course, red. I wore red because red is associated with St. Bridget. It's also a very, very good luck color of prosperity and fortune and attracting good things for the new year when we hit those spring festivals. And the way that the Chinese Lunar New Year arrives is it is the second new moon after the winter solstice. That's why the Lunar New Year is always a little bit different. And that's why if you happen to be a Capricorn or an Aquarius, I would highly recommend looking at your specific dates, because I erroneously for many years thought that I was born in the year of the snake. Yes, because I am a January baby. And so I realized when I finally got in deep, I realized that I was like, oh, okay, the year was still in the year of the dragon when I was born. It had not changed over to the snake yet. So that's something that if you're a Capricorn or an Aquarius, I definitely recommend look at your detail dates, because it's hard to know if you're born in a January, February, because it's a little bit different every year. Sometimes the Lunar New Year comes as soon as January, sometimes it doesn't come until pretty late in February. So always check that, because otherwise you may be thinking, oh, I'm this because it's that, you know, American year, the Western year, but it might be different in the Chinese cycle. So I'm hoping to get some good stuff going about that, because the year of the ox is upon us, and the ox is actually akin to Capricorn energy in the Western zodiac. So I'm very excited for that. I really, really am. Okay, guys, so let's see. We're going to do some fun stuff here. We're definitely going to light a little bit of fire up, because we need some for Bridget. She's a fire lady, man. She is a fire goddess. That's the thing. And water. I think giving thanks for our water, blessing our water. I do have a big glass of water. I'm sitting here drinking it. Is really a good thing. So I have a powdered incense, which is made for extra luck and fast luck, because we need fast luck these days. So we're gonna go ahead. I've got a little setup with some a charcoal tablet. We're gonna go ahead and light this guy, because it is time for a little celebrating. Yeah, we're gonna spark. This thing is gonna sparkle. Yeah, it's gonna spark up. Here we go. It's gonna create a lot of smoke too, so I may actually have to like take it into the next room once it gets going, because it is very assy. If you've never used a charcoal tablet, I highly recommend them. They're super, super awesome. All right, guys, now we're gonna take our incense. We're gonna put that onto the tablet that is all lit up and sparkly. And it is going to start smoking and smoking and smoking. And it smells delicious. This has a very sort of warm, yummy, cinnamony kind of smell. And as we do this, we're just going to put out our intentions for this day, for this season, for Imbolc. Many thanks to you, dear Brigid, and all of our angel saints, guides, our ancestors, all of our friends on the other side, absolutely. Just gonna circle that around the table. And just asking for lots of good luck, prosperity, fortune, abundance. You know, for all of us here that are watching or will be watching this in the future, thank you so much, as always, divine beings, divine great spirit, for all of the folks that come by. For all the blessings that you've already given us. And we just welcome this new turn of the cycle, welcome into the element of spring coming right at this midpoint of the winter and the spring. We just send that out to you. Just send that out to you. Whew. Feels really good, guys. It does. It feels really good. All right. Just let that go. Just let that do its thing. I think I'll actually put it over here. That'll work. Yeah, that won't be too smoky. All right, guys. So tonight we're gonna do some fun stuff. We're gonna do a couple of different readings. We're gonna do some individual sign readings for all the 12 signs, and we're also going to look at just what this season ahead is bringing forward, because you know this is all about the growth, right? It's all about what you're growing, what's working, what's percolating under the surface, right? You know, that's what this is about. And I'm also going to sing a song in Gaelic because if I don't, and Jacqueline finds out, she's going to get really upset at me. She gets mad if I don't sing a song for the seasonal celebrations. So this is an old Irish song, since Brigid is an old Irish goddess. And it's something I've been singing for a very long time, over 20 years I've known this song. And it's a traditional one and I learned it from Moya Brennan. So here we go. This is anyone's interested in that, just let me know. Ari shade soon, Ari shade you, Ari shade we why Ari shade kian stoveli na tafri Gryari shiko kinche oleha All right, guys. There we go. Nice oldie, but a goodie. It's an oldie but a goodie. Aw, thank you. Thank you, Krista. Thank you, Dragon Emperor. Thanks, Kevin. Appreciate it. And that is available on my CD Verticordia. I have one down here. Yes, I do. Yep, there it is. I do have these available on my eBay store, and I do have that link in my About Me section on my YouTube channel. So if you're interested, it has that and many others. Many other classics. Yeah, that was my album that I really put a lot of old favorites on. That was a fun one to work on. So thank you, everyone. I'm glad you love it, and because I love it, obviously. It's been a big part of my life, is music and singing and old Celtic goodies. But yeah, old Jacqueline, our moderator that we love on our channel, she won't let me get away without singing, so I have to do it. She would have been yelling at me, "You didn't sing a song, Ariel!" I can just hear it now. She's like, yeah, so. All right, guys, let's go ahead and start in on our readings. I'm going to start with our... we always do a collective. Let's do a collective first, and then we're going to get into the 12 signs. So first, let's get our collective on. Yay. Hey, Amber! Oh my gosh, good to see you, sweetie. Glad you made it. Glad to see ya. Very cool, y'all. Very cool. Yeah, my scorpions. There was a night where I got on the phone with with Jacqueline, and she was like, I was just singing her lots of songs. Playing the piano, too. I love playing the piano, but it's a little hard to drag the piano over to this corner. All right, guys, so this is gonna, I love doing these. It's my seasonal readings. They're some of my favorite reads to do. I absolutely love them. They're a bunch of fun. So we're gonna start with the dragon deck, the dragon oracle. I always bust my dragons out for the seasonal changes. So dear Brigid, dear ancestors, angels, all of our guardians, guides, and whoever you want to call in out there at home, let's go ahead and we are going to pull 3 dragons for past, present, future. And we're going to ask, what are we growing? What are we encouraging? Hello, Larzi. Good to see you. What are we increasing as we grow towards our spring equinox? That is the question of the evening. The energy of the evening is, what are we growing? What are we working on below the surface? Let's see what's coming up for us. Nice. Whoa, these are intense, y'all. All right, so going into the past, we have this black dragon from Saturn. Oh my goodness. Saturn is a really big deal. And you know, last year we came through so much energy of Saturn, right? And to me, that black color really is so associated with Capricorn. Capricorn is, you know, black is the color of Capricorn, absolutely. So brings you wisdom through spiritual discipline. Holy crap, has that been the truth? Concentrate, focus on your ultimate vision. Congratulate yourself, you've passed a test. Oh my goodness, I love to see that. So, you know, as we're passing away from the proper winter solstice, that is what came through. That is what came through, was that Saturn shift up into Aquarius. Right at the center, here at the present, the Alpha Dragon. Harness the divine masculine power of creation. Wow. Destroy the old. Visualize your dream. Help to manifest a new world. That sounds very Scorpio, doesn't it? A little bit, destroying the old and transforming into a new reality. Look at this. So, it's interesting that this divine masculine energy comes through, because I think of Brigid as a very almost masculine energy goddess, because she rules the fire. She also rules the water, but she does have that definite side of like fiery energy of burning down the old and restoring things to a new state. Wow. So destroy the old and visualize your new dream, your new reality, helping to manifest a new world. So I can absolutely attest that I have been feeling this. And I think a lot of folks out there have felt that it's like a lot of their old life is just being burned away. And it's not easy. Like, we feel it, whether it's like we're not making money the same way that we used to. Our relationships have all got to change up in a big, big way. Just the way that we make decisions every day is like boom, boom, boom. It's all coming down. And so it's like, I always say you can't have the new beginning till you destroy the old crap. So that is what we're in right now. That is so what we're in. But look what's coming up next into the future as we get closer and closer to spring, is Kuan Yin's pink dragon. That's beautiful. That is some soft, gorgeous energy. And it's very spring feeling. Look at all that with the flowers opening. Brings firm love that resets your karmic balance. See all your cords dissolved by transcendent love. Enjoy your freedom. Look for the divine around you. Kuan Yin energy is all about that really ultimate compassion, and she was associated with that dragon energy. I'm loving that, guys. I am loving that. I always love my dragons. That feels like a real journey from a lot of heaviness and a lot of transformation, like, and then stepping into like a reset, a love reset, right? I think the heart's getting reset a lot. Our goals are getting reset. The kind of things that we aspire to, right? Because when Saturn energy is present, it does have to do with our goals, our foundations, right? What we feel is very solid underneath us. And so I love that it says it brings firm love. It's not like loosey-goosey love that's just fly by night. It's like for real love, solid love, transcendent love that resets the karmic balance. Wow. Wow. All right, so let's pull some cards from our Druid animals. We're going to bring a few of those in here. And if you enjoy spirit animal cards, guys, join us always Sunday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Every Sunday we do spirit animal readings for all the signs for the week ahead. It's super, super fun. So let's get some Druid animals, please, from our Celtic tradition. Let's see what's coming up for us, present, future, and past around this day of Imbolc. What is growing with this? What is assisting us here? Yes, yes. Look at that. Okay, so in the past, on top of that Saturn dragon, we've got the fox. The fox spirit is all about agility. Way. So it's kind of interesting to me. It's like it's time to move on past this. It's time to slip those bonds, sneak on over to the other side, be very agile, don't be slow in that motion. Right now, I think the things that are happening, currently, the present energy is very foundation laying, because look at this. We got a little bit of our Taurus energy coming in here with the Bull card, and this is the divine masculine aspect. Interesting, divine masculine, divine masculine. So because in this particular deck, we have the cow too. We have the feminine and the masculine aspect of the cow energy. So we have the bull here, which is the divine masculine, and this alpha dragon is also the masculine. So I say that our divine masculines they are really having to step into their power. They're having to lay a solid foundation for themselves like never before. And for those of you, for our ladies, and for, our guys out there, it doesn't matter. Like I always say, whether you associate as more masculine or feminine, it doesn't matter if you're technically male, female, whatever. It doesn't matter, because that's more about the energy than it is about like what we're born as. There's women out there that are more masculine than some guys, and some guys that are more feminine. It's just the way it is. I mean, let's face it, a Pisces guy is going to be way more feminine most of the time than like an Aries woman, right? Because it's the energy. It's the energy. So I feel that this divine masculine presence is very important. And it's like for all of us, it's really about embracing leadership, having good boundaries, having good foundations, having a really good place to work from. And, that Taurus bull is that's some stubborn ass energy too. So it's like choose when you need to be stubborn and when you need to just be more flexible. Yeah. But that leadership, to me, that's that leadership energy. It's really, taking the lead, taking that, And so here we go. Look at this future outcome here. On top of the Kuan Yin dragon with all that very solid love, we've got the eagle spirit. And the eagle, of course, is our ascension energy. That is so powerful. That's taking us up to the heart of the Great Spirit, up to the heart of the sun. So to me, it's like really ascending. Yes, and there's a lot of little Scorpio hints in here. The transformation energy. The eagle, of course, is the highest vibration of Scorpio in astrology. Yeah, that's, the scorpion itself is kind of like the first layer of Scorpio. The lizard is the second, and the eagle is the third. That's the highest elevation of Scorpio energy. That's when they just lift up above and beyond any, jealousies or, the troubles that can sometimes come with Scorpio. The very passionate feelings, revenge, all of that, right? But when they lift up to that eagle level, it's like they're rising above it all. They've learned, and they're in that place of mastery and ascension. And so to me, that just says divine love permeating every part of our being and lifting up out of a lot of this heavy material energy. Like we're really working through those earthy energies and those material energies. And it's like, this is really trying to get us up and out of that. So we're operating from a higher vibration than we have been. But it's not easy. These paradigm shifts, guys, are not easy. And that's why the world is like, people are just like aching and groaning and it's like birthing pains, right? It's like, that's what it's like. Oh my gosh. So let's get into our Witch's Wisdom deck next. Let's pull, again, the past, present, future around this season of Imbolc to see what we should focus our energies on, what extra advice we can uncover here. Wow. Y'all, I'm just saying, these are powerful readings tonight. So on top of the past, we have Samhain. We have death cycles, death, rebirth, transformation. And so for any of you that had, some really intense experiences on or around the time of Halloween, right, during Scorpio season, funny enough, that would have been very important for you. That would have been very important for you. Right in the center, look at this. Isn't this perfect for Imbolc, right where we are right now in this present energy, the hearth, the homecoming. Like I said, Brigid, she really is all about the hearth and the home and the fire. And that's why often in very traditional Irish homes, you'll see a St. Brigid's cross hung over the hearth, because she is, the ruler of the home, the hearth, the protector of the fire. She is that glowing center of energy. So, boy, I mean, to me, this is a great card in a lot of layers, but I think at this time, along with that Taurus energy and that Alpha energy, it's like, really tap into your home life. And right now, a lot of us don't have a lot of choice. We're kind of having to be homebodies. So in a lot of ways, there is a lot of power coming from our home center. So whatever that is for you, strengthen it, protect it, encourage it, stoke those those home fires, you know, keep the home fires burning. Right at the end, look at this for our future. On top of that Kuan Yin dragon and the eagle, we have the spell work, the manifestation. This is all about setting our intentions for what we want to manifest, because this is what's coming. This is what we're bringing through. So whether you do ritual work, actual spell work, whether it's candle magic, you know, even to me, prayer, meditation, anything that you really, you know, consistently set your intentions towards, that's what you're going to bring about. And a lot of this does come out of, you know, this death and transformation. It comes out of, you know, the roots of the home, or your own home heart, right? Your home fires within yourself. It's just really like coming from a true place. Like all of these manifestations are coming from a place of spiritual, emotional truth. Let's get that. I've got the witch's kitchen too. We got the witch's wisdom and we got the kitchen. I always love to get into the kitchen. So let's see what we've got from our magical spells. Our well, not spells, but our herbs, our plants, our different things that we can use in ritual work to focus ourselves. So let's see what we've got coming up on top of these. Yes. Ooh, we've got to do some little work here, don't we? Okay. Ah, that doesn't surprise me. Look at this tea tree for binding. And you know, a lot of the time it's that binding energy of protecting yourself, binding other people's energy from not doing damage or harm to you or anyone else. So I do feel that, you know, in our past energies, we've really had to let go of some things, and we've really had to like remove ourselves from certain people and situations because they were just truly negative or destructive. I feel this here too. On top of our hearth and home, we have the gossip, we have the cloves. Like, so this is a good one to use. Making pomanders is a great use of cloves, but this to me is all about shutting down gossip. You know, people that are just causing chaos, drama, conflict unnecessarily. It's time to remove ourselves from that. You know, to me, that's just a lower energy. It's a lower vibe. And that it's time to like bind ourselves away from that, not engage our energy with that, and really remove ourselves from people who cause a lot of chaos in our lives. So then we get into the immediate future. On top of our spell work and manifestation, we have basil. Basil is awesome, okay? I made a curry last night and put a ton of basil in it. So basil smells amazing, but this is a herb that can also be used in rituals of reconciliation, and just focus towards that. So some of our spell work could be about reconciling something. And it doesn't have to always be in that typical, like, oh, my ex came back and now we're back together. That's a lot of way people think it. But I do think that there is some reconciliatory energy that has to be done. Whether you just reconcile yourself with the past and say, you know what, I'm healed from it, I'm over it, I'm good. That's a lot of what that feels like to me. And I think that this is just, you know, perhaps letting go of some old stuff, some old negative associations with people that are either gossipy, destructive, or just plain flat out drama. Drama. All right, guys, this was great. Let's go ahead and start getting into our 12 signs. Let's go ahead and clear this deck, but these were great. This is beautiful. I like these. I love these dragons. I wish I had more. I gotta make more chances to use my dragon cards, because these are so cool. Thank you, Amber. Thank you for joining us. I'm glad you were able to stop by for a little while tonight. And enjoy your dinner. That's the best. That's the best. Speaking of which, I actually need to get something out of the freezer real quick. So I will be back just a second, guys, and then we will start with the signs. All right, guys, I am back. Sorry about that. Totally forgot that I needed to get things out of the freezer. Everything's been in a deep freeze lately because we are in some cold times here. I'm ready for some spring, I tell you. Definitely ready for some springtime vibes. So let's burn a little bit of sweetgrass here. Let's get that going. Let's get that going for us. Oh, yeah. Ooh. All right, Aries, let's go ahead and start with you. And tonight we're going to do, I'm going to pull one card from our Goddess Oracle, and then we're going to do a little bit of tarot and an affirmation. That's what we're going to do. So we will start out with our first sign, as usual, of Aries. That is our fiery folks out there, and this is definitely a fiery celebration of Imbolc. So let's start out with the goddess energy coming through for Aries. Imbolc is connected to Saint Brigid and to the energy of the goddess. So let's see which one is going to be guiding you towards the springtime energy, which is actually your energy, Aries. You know, we're leading up until the beginning of spring, which is heralded when the sun enters the sign of Aries. That's really like our astrological new year. In a lot of ways you could say that, because Aries is our first sign. So I often feel like that's our year kind of starting all over again. Very much. So Aries, let's see what we have for you. Ooh, we have Anya, adaptability, and this is another one of our Celtic goddesses. So be flexible, Aries. You might also want to check into her and read a little bit more about her and working with her, because she is the one coming through today for you. You know, being adaptable, being flexible, opening up to new possibilities as we move towards this springtime energy. So let's get into your tarot here. I love too that she's the number one, Aries. You see that? Yeah, she's the number one as well. Let's see, where did I put the book that goes with her? Just gonna see a little bit about that. Very interesting to me. Because she is your number. She's your number. She's number one. Yeah. It's all about, you know, you might have to change your original intentions, your original motivation, you know, where Aries sometimes is like you get going and you're like, yeah, I'm going to go jump off that hill. I'm going to go do it. And then something changes and you go, well, maybe that's not such a good idea. And that will help you. That will help you to adjust and adapt to what you should embrace next. All right. Aw. Wow. Okay, Aries. Are you ready for some love energies? We've got the Two of Cups coming in here as your first card. And then on the second, we have our King of Pentacles. And then we have the Lovers. My goodness, I am going to clarify these for you. But this sure feels like something nice in the love department for my Aries folks. Good grief. It could be with an earth person. Could be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Could be a Gemini. Could be a water sign. Those coming in very strongly on these. Could be a Cancer. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Oh my goodness. So Two of Cups has the Nine of Wands. You might be a little bit defensive about that relationship offer if it comes in, or that connection. You might be like, oh, it's too good to be true, or I don't know about that. You got your guard up. You got your guard up. And you definitely want balance. You want stability. I feel like that's really the crux of all of this. You have to feel like there's fairness, reciprocal energy, equal back and forth, Aries. That's what you really need here. You need to have that balance because that Libra energy is coming in, and on top of the Lovers card, we got the Six of Cups. So this could be a reconciliation kind of energy for you. We did have that in our collective reading, was reconciliations. You could be healing something from the past, or there could be somebody coming in that reminds you of something really positive from your past. That's an amazing read. Aries, that sounds like some love energy to me going on. That's major love energy with those two coming up. All right, let's get you an affirmation here. Time to shine, Aries. Look at that. Yes, creates the energetic resonance for golden opportunities. So Aries, I just feel like, you know, we're getting closer and closer to your time. Literally your time to shine. When the sun is in your sign, you will feel more open, more expressive. Your life force is always going to be stronger. That's just the way it is. And we're getting ready to go towards your time of the year. So nice. Really, really, really nice. Definitely be willing to put down your shields and put down some of those guarded energies because you kind of got them up when it comes to relationships and love. And you could be blocking your own, you know, success, your own opportunities coming in because you're like, ugh, no, especially if you've been hurt bad, which, you know, a lot of us have. And it's totally fine. It's totally fine. You know, I get it. I get it, you know. I'm just saying that you might have a little bit too much of a shield up, and it might be like deflecting people left and right. all our Aries influence folks are like, yes, yes. I feel that one a little bit too, because I am a dragon, and the dragon is Aries in the you know, oh my goodness, in the Western, yes. So I'm like, okay, I'm listening. All right, so let's see who is up next. We're going to do Taurus. Let's see what we have for our fabulous bulls out there. Love you, Taurus. Love my Taurus folks. Let's see what we have for your Imbolc reading. This is going to be all about what you are growing, what you are building, as we move closer and closer to the spring equinox. Taurus, you are a definite springtime sign. You're our second sign of spring, so you're definitely included in this spring energy. Absolutely. Let's see which goddess card is coming up, because this is all about Brigid's day. It's a very strong goddess energy around this, so we want to see which divine feminine is working with you. Ooh, I love it. Hestia, the heart and the home. Look at that number 22 up there too. That is a master number. So this is, again, you know, to me, this really puts you in a beautiful kind of alignment with Brigid's energy that's coming through here for Imbolc, because she is about the hearth, the home, you know, literally about, you know, keeping the home fires burning and lit. So Taurus, you may be doing a lot of work from home. You may be really centering and grounding within the home, maybe healing those relationships that are within the home life. Powerful. I love that. Hestia. Let's see what we have in your tarot. I'm getting like goosebumps from that, Taurus. Wow, any work that you do around your home and hearth is so strong right now. You might be doing a little business from home. That could be a powerful thing too. It really lights you up. All right, let's get the tarot on this. Wow, these readings are on fire tonight. Look at this. We have the Magician card. That is all about new beginnings, manifesting new realities. Knight of Wands, very fiery Sagittarius energy, moving towards those goals and dreams and taking lots of action. And look at this. The Four of Wands is our outcome for this season. Check that out. Talk about happiness in the home. There it is. And there's that 2 and 2. She was the 2 and the 2, and we've got the 2 and the 2. And this is also our card of soulmates, twin flames, life partners, people that are very stable, that give us something to celebrate about. And even if you're a single Taurus, I feel like you're really moving towards creating this. Absolutely, over this next 6-week cycle. This is beautiful. Let's clarify these cards real quick, but I don't know if we really need a whole lot more. This is beautiful. This just feels so right on for you. The home fires are burning bright for Taurus. Wow, guys. Oh my God, these readings are just killing me. Look at this. Okay, so on top of our Magician, we have the King of Pentacles. That is your own energy. So you are definitely manifesting in a big, powerful way. Look at those Taurus bulls on that throne. This is about stability. This is about enjoying both the divine feminine and divine masculine sides of life. Right in the center. Can we get any stronger on this? Knight of Wands, clarifying the Knight of Wands, guys. So Taurus, this next 6 weeks, this could be a real time of learning, could be a time of travel, opening your mind, getting some things done, going towards those goals. And the outcome card, we had the 2 of Wands, clarifying that 4. So again, new doors opening, new decisions being made. This is powerful, y'all. And we have the element of air, which is very interesting because air energy is what we're in right now with the time of Aquarius. So work with the element of air to cut through to the core of a situation and see the truth. Absolutely, Taurus, because a lot of you may be feeling a bit challenged, to say the least, right now, because in Aquarius time, that's a harder time for Taurus. For Taurus and for Leo, because it squares the signs. And so you might be feeling like, oh, Ariel, it's so hard pushing through this, right? You might be feeling that. So you work, instead of pushing, resisting it, work with it. That's kind of the message there, is really working with that energy rather than like against it, because it could feel like really, really tough. Yeah. All right, y'all. So let's get into, let me get a drink of this water. It is so dry right now. The air outside is dry. The air inside is dry. So I keep trying to hydrate. So Gemini, let's see what we have got for you for this beautiful season celebration of Imbolc. We're going to start with a goddess card. Hey there, Denise. Good to see you in the chat. Thank you, everyone, for joining tonight. So Gemini, let's see what we have got for you. Oh, bear's there. Yay. Love that. Gemini, which goddess is coming through to help you through this next 6 weeks as we build up to the spring equinox? We are moving closer and closer to our time of spring and growing things in a bigger, greater way. Look at that. Yay. Brigid herself came out for you, Gemini. So you are definitely in alignment with the energy of this day. The creative spark returning. She is so much about her sacred fire, sacred waterways. It could really be encouraging you to reignite your own creative spark in your personal life, Gemini. It really is. It's about, like, if you've been feeling really kind of down and heavy, and adulting is just too hard to do these days, and you feel like all it's about is routines and responsibilities, and it just feels very heavy. Brigid is very much about reinvigorating you, bringing stronger energy back to you, making things fun again, embracing that childlike spark and creative energy again that you had when you were a kid. You know, we always have that inside us that we can return to. So let's get some tarot on this for you, Gemini. These readings because I'm telling you, the Emperor card is coming up. So there is our divine spark indeed. There is some Aries fire energy. That is what we're building up to, is our springtime energy. We have the Ace of Swords next. So that is all about clearing the mind, cutting through the fog, getting rid of the old energies. And the Eight of Pentacles is slow, steady, determined work. Don't give up, even if it takes a little bit of time to get things done and to get those outcomes that you want, Gemini. They will come. It just is a matter of putting your mind to it one day at a time. But this to me is giving you a lot more fun, a lot more energy and spark and fire in your life with that Emperor, because that Aries energy is like, boom, I'm going to go get it. I'm going to go take this bull by the horns. I'm going to go out. I'm going to get what I want. And also coming from a place of good leadership, you know, because the Aries Emperor, you know, he's not some young chicken. He's got that old man beard because he's a veteran. He's been through some battles. He knows what it's like, right? He's not just jumping out, you know. That's to me like the mature Aries. It's like, I know when to act. I know when to move forward. I know when to put my energy out there and when to pull it back. And that Ace of Swords, that to me is getting the answers you need, the solutions you seek, etc. We're going to clarify these, even though they seem pretty clear. I just love to clarify cards. I love to get the little deeper meaning. I always do it. So let's see. Yeah, you're standing in your truth, Gemini. You're like, I know I'm right. I know I'm right. Get away from me, you know. You might be a little bit ready to smack some people out of your way. You might be. And look at that Nine of Pentacles. So to me, this is not for nothing. It really isn't. It's like you're getting the clarification that you need, and you're using it to literally grow that garden, you know, to root yourself firmer into your manifestations and to what makes you happy. This is about what makes you happy. If it's not making you happy, why are you doing it? Yes. So we got our Judgment card coming out on top of that Eight of Coins. And so to me, I just feel like there's going to be some sort of real strong resurrection of your goals, of what it is that maybe, you know, maybe you were working on something for a while and it got hijacked somehow. And you're just going, you know what? It's time for me to get back to that. I loved that. It's time for me to get back to that. That's what I feel. Brigid's bringing your creative spark back to you, Gemini, through this journey up to the spring equinox. Love it. So let's get into your affirmations. The festival, yes! Creates an energetic blueprint for a fantastic event, party, or evening out. Yes, so Gemini, it's time to get ready for that party time. I think we're gonna have more party times as we get to the warmer months too. I think we will. I'm hoping we will. That sounds good to me. And I'm not even a Gemini. All right. So Cancer, how are we doing this evening? I hope my Cancers are doing awesome out there. This is a beautiful energy. Let's see what we have. You know, Cancer, you are such a divine feminine energy, and we are aligning with our goddess energy today for Imbolc. This is all about, you know, Brigid's day and getting into that divine goddess kind of vibration so that we can see what we're going to be working with as we build up to the spring equinox for you. So please show us Cancer. What do we have for them? Ooh, we have Persephone coming back. Look at that. And she is so much an energy of the springtime. She's a little bit of our Scorpio energy as well. Absolutely. Because she is the goddess that, you know, got sort of tricked by Hades into spending 6 months down in the underworld and then 6 months up topside. And that's how, you know, the explanation of the seasons, right? When Persephone is up on the top, that's when we have the springtime, and when she goes back to the underworld, that's when it turns into autumn and winter. Funny enough, as I was talking about my CD tonight, I wrote a song called Persephone that's all about her. And so to me, Cancer, you may feel very revived. You know, she has this keyword of inexperience, right? Because it's sort of like, that's sort of why she got stuck in that little deal, right? She got stuck in that deal of having to, you know, make that bargain. And so you may be having to split your energy a little bit too, Cancer. That may be something that's happening to you quite a lot this next 6 weeks. And she is a wonderful goddess to work with, you know, wonderful energy to work with on balancing those two as you get closer and closer to the warm months, moving away from the cold. She's all about that. She literally is all about that. So read more about Persephone. She's a cool one. Let me see. I got my little books in here. She's number 43. Yeah. Let's just get a few keywords about her. Yeah, sometimes not knowing is a great gift. The Greek goddess Persephone invites you to a state of open-hearted learning. Yes. Discernment comes with experience, and at this moment, it's okay to admit if you don't know or fully understand what's in front of you or the answers. Be curious and teachable. Yes, I love that. Don't fall prey to unconscious commitments or dangerous alliances, just as her own naivety caused her to strike a deal with the god of the underworld. That said, every experience has value. No matter what choice you make right now, the consequences will have a lasting effect as you integrate your lessons and travel the road of destiny. That's beautiful. I love that. Yes. So Cancer, it's all about staying open to what's coming up in front of you and doing your research. Yeah, the pomegranate. That's right, Bear. I took a picture holding a pomegranate for my album because of that with a Persephone connection. Oh my goodness. Yes, let's see what we have for you, Cancer, for the season ahead. Starting with Imbolc, let's see what we have building up to the spring equinox in the tarot. Ooh, Cancer, are you gonna? You're gonna be with Aries on that love train. We got our 9 of Cups coming through. This is about building up to that wish fulfillment, trying to work towards the acquisition of your dreams and hopes. We have the Lover's card right in the center. So, oh my goodness, that's coming up again. And our outcome card is the 6 of Wands of success. So, Cancer, if you've got your eye on someone, or if you really are like, you're just sick of like disappointments in love, like you are open for it. You're like, let's get it. Let's get it. All right, let's clarify these cards. That 6 of Wands is a recognized victory, recognized success and achievement. This is like, I feel Cancer is just going, I am going to get love right this time if it's the last thing I do. Yeah. 9 of Cups. So it's like, it's really about manifesting something real. This is not just hopes and dreams that sit, you know, floating around in your head. This is King of Pentacles energy. It's like, I'm going to make something happen here. Slow and steady wins the race. You're not in a rush, but you do want to get it right. It's like you'd rather do it a little slower and get it right than rush into it real fast and not get it right. Yeah, when it comes to love and communication, it's very, very strong. You really want to go the distance. And look at this. I think the victory here is a victory over dishonest, lying bastards. That's what I think. Not letting the bastards get you down. That's it. You know, 7 of Swords. I mean, it's literally a victory over dishonesty, deceit, lack of integrity, dealing with energy vampires, people that have really stolen your energy and your time from you in the past. That's strong. It's very strong, Cancer. Aw, I love you too, Moonchild. Let's get an affirmation on this for y'all. And we have our power symbol. So it really is about stepping into your power. Cleanse, purify, and protect the physical body. Power up. Power up, Cancer. I took a wonderful sea salt bath the other night, and I hadn't had time to do that in a while, and I'm telling you, it was like, oh, it just made me feel a million times better. Look at this on the bottom. Ace of Cups, Cancer. you're coming into some power here. You're coming into some kind of like really strong power. Spiritual and emotional blessings. But that sea salt bath made me feel like I had had about 10 pounds lifted off of me. It was just really wonderful. So, you know, if you need to do that, do that. Yeah. Oh, Moonchild, if I could get a refund from people who wasted my time, I'd be a freaking millionaire. Maybe even a quadrillionaire. I don't know, but I know I'd have some money coming. I'd have some money coming. Hands up for everybody that could get a refund from time wasters. Yeah, Krista, I hear you, Miss Goat. We're Capricorns are like, dang, the world's full of them. A light seeker. We'd like put the money all over our bed and just roll on it. Oh my goodness. I wish, yeah, my dad used to say that to me. He was like, when there were like either boyfriends or friends that just weren't any good, and I would tell him I feel like they're wasting my time. He was like, next time, Ariel, tell them your hourly fee, and if they want to hang out with you, they can pay you. I was like, yeah, I really need to be a bigger stickler on that. I really do. It's like, next time, just tell them what your hourly rate is if they want to hang out with you. It's like, all right. That's right, Bear. Oh, that's the truth, too, though. It's true. It's true. It's like, just stay over there. Don't come over here. Don't go away. Don't go away mad. Just go away. That's a big one in life for me. Don't go away mad. Just go away. All right, Leo, I can't believe these readings tonight. I mean, they're always great. And it's like every time we do a live and we do these reads, they always blow my mind. And then it's like it gets blown even stronger. Like, I'm just like, ah! But this one so far, like, talk about, I am just feeling it with Brigid. I don't know if y'all saw, you didn't see the beginning. Some of you were here for the very beginning, but like yesterday, I pulled the Brigid card out of my Seekers of the Light Oracle deck, and I was just meditating on that card. And then I started shuffling these because I you know, it's a goddess deck. And the first card I pulled was Brigid. And I was like, she is talking. She is definitely here in this room. Yeah. Okay, Moonchild, let's see what we've got. All right, my beautiful Leos. This is a great festival, a great celebration for you, for all the fire signs, because it is so fiery. You know, I have a dear friend who's a Leo. She's also a client for many, many years. Astrology and tarot I've done for her. And she's a Leo, and she is so connected to Brigid. She really is. So I'm saying I think Brigid is a wonderful goddess and saint for Leos, for all our fire signs especially. Yeah, she's associated with red. There's put some red on, burn some red candles. She's, you know, she's amazing. The more I work with her energy, the more I love it. So let's see what we've got for you, Leo, in our goddess deck. We're going to see which of our divine feminines are coming through to help work with you through this season ahead, which is the season of Imbolc, building up to our spring equinox in approximately 6 weeks. So let's see what is coming through for you. Ooh, Leo, this is you. It's ye, the sun. You are the sun. You ruled by the sun. You are a fire golden people. That is gorgeous. I couldn't pick a better one for you than her. So let's read a little bit about her, because I honestly don't know about her that much. So let's get into the book. I always pick up the book when we don't know a whole lot about her. So ye, when you shine your light into the world, you will attract various people and experiences that match or challenge your commitment to being empowered. Right now, you are receiving information to know which choice to make, which opportunity to take, and which person to trust. The Aboriginal Australian sun goddess Yi illuminates your path with her rays and brings clarity as she shows you what you need to know. A bright light also attracts lots of bugs. So know that you may also attract those who see themselves smaller as a result of your empowerment. This is conditioning that needs to be healed in many people in the world. All you can do is be incandescent, joyful, kind, and truthful, and the world will begin to reflect that goodness back to you. I love that from the Australian Aboriginal tradition. Beautiful. Oh, that's why I love these cards. That's why I love these cards. So Leo, you are ruled by the sun. You are the sun, and you're attracting the sun into your life. You're really being empowered. This next 6 weeks is going to be so amazing. I just, these readings are off the hook. So let's see what we've got for you, Leo, in our tarot. Let's see what comes up. Wow. Yeah, I feel like you're really going towards like your sacred destiny. We've got the Magician card here, creating your own new reality. Look how bright, like that bright yellow energy around him, right? It's really about, and you know, one hand pointing to the earth and one hand pointing to the heavens. So it's really about having balance as you create this too. Knight of Cups, definitely going forward movement in your spiritual and emotional life. Sometimes that's a lover's kind of energy. It's like a love offer being made towards you, or you're making a love offer towards someone else. But I feel that this is really leading you towards a very deep spiritual destiny, because check out our high priestess here. That's definitely moon goddess kind of energy at the end. So I feel that it's really taking you towards your own determination, your own spirituality, and tuning into your perceptions and your psychic abilities. So let's clarify these. I always like to clarify them, guys. Let's throw a couple cards on top. Wow. Oh my goodness. Yes. Now, if you saw the collective reading, we really had a lot of that energy of death to the old, burn the old away so the new can be brought forward. I really do feel like in a way that's almost the first step for you in this next 6 week season. It really is, because we've got that death card, that Scorpio energy. And always remember, you know, death brings through that, you know, that white flower of new beginnings. And there it is. That's our springtime blossom, right? And there it is, creating some new power, some new energy. Our Knight of Cups is not only moving us toward emotional and spiritual blessing and outcomes, but it's also moving you towards some really nice manifestations. Some really nice manifestations with the Ten of Pentacles here, Leo. That is beautiful, solid outcomes. Gaining in wisdom, loyalty. Who are you loyal to? Who's loyal to you? That's who you got to make those emotional choices around. And we have our Five of Wands. So, you know, to me, you may kind of tussle a little bit with this spirituality or this new psychic or intuitive ability that you're embracing. It might feel a little bit against the grain for you at first. But don't fight it too much, Leo. Just accept it. Go with the flow. I wouldn't fight it. I wouldn't fight it, but it may wake up some things in yourself where you're going to have to, you know, work with and maybe overcome some old frustrations, some old anger, some old emotional situations are going to come to the surface that you gotta weed through them a little bit. All right, so let's get an affirmation on this. This is great. I just love it. I feel like you're just, it's like your vitality is being restored here. You know, I feel like a lot of us have just been feeling that heaviness. And Leo, you're the sun, but the sun's been behind a cloud for a minute for a lot of us. It really has. And I think you're no exception. And you've been feeling it. We've all been feeling it. So let's see what we've got for you. Wow. The sun again. The golden energy of the sun brings fame and fortune. So Leo, you are the sun energy. You brought sun cards through twice here. I think you're going to be supercharged. Supercharged. And I'll also say that the sun moving into Aries, of course, is very powerful and positive for you because you are a fellow fire sign. But I'm also going to say that, you know, because there's such an emphasis on the sun in this reading, we didn't get the sun in the tarot, but seriously, that would have been, I would have just passed out right there. If the sun came up in the tarot as well, I feel like, nah, it's too much. But I feel like the sun, when it goes into Leo, you know, when the sun returns to Leo this year, I think that's going to be a really powerful time for you as well. It is. It is. All right. Very nice. Hey there, Mary. Good to see you. Aw. Moonchild. You're so funny. I don't want to give her a heart attack out there. I'm trying. I'm trying not to have her have a coronary event. This is not that kind of event, Moonchild. Y'all are funny. All right, Virgo, we've got you up next. I hope my Virgos are doing great. To me, this is a beautiful season. Virgo is so connected to the land and the earth and the agriculture and to our goddess energy, right? You know, Virgo being connected to the maiden and the harvest and all that. So, you know, Imbolc is the time when we really do pull into that goddess energy. It's also St. Brigid's Day, so she is a very powerful Irish goddess that we celebrate during this time. So we're going to pull from the Goddess Power Oracle. We're going to get one of these divine feminines on here for you, Virgo, to see who's helping you out over this next cycle as we build up to the spring equinox. Let's see what we have for you, Virgo. Ooh, you have the same one as Aries. This is about adaptability. It's Anya, and she is the first card, the number one card of this deck. So to me, this is about, you know, potential new beginnings, having to readjust your goals and be very flexible as to how those unfold. So as we go through this next week, you know, 6 weeks, Virgo, be willing to be adaptable, flexible, open your mind to new possibilities or new ways of doing things. So let's get into your tarot. Let's see what we've got for you. Yeah, I think this has a lot to do with freedom here. So the Strength card is up first. That is our strong Leo energy. And again, very much your imagery to me. There is that very Virgo style, you know, spirit maiden, and she is calming that lion, calming his emotions, calming those intense, volatile feelings. And so that's why the Strength card is the Strength card, because it takes strength, it takes courage for our spirit, our higher mind, to calm down our intense inner emotions. So that may be something you're really working through this next 6 weeks. I think the Four of Pentacles is also on your mind, Virgo. This could deal with finance, scarcity consciousness, you know, a worry about loss. And a lot of us are dealing with that right now when it comes to money, when it comes to income, because things have been very challenged in the real manifest world. And so that's why I say this is a lot about freeing yourself from those feelings, from those ideas, from those worries, anxieties, and doubts, so that you're, you know, and becoming more adaptable, just like the goddess Anya is saying. It's like it's time to let that go. So let's clarify these 3 cards as well. Let's see what extra messages might be coming through on these. Yes, yes, yes. And I think, oh, Virgo, if you've been very emotional about something and you feel like you've just kind of overwhelmed and it's bringing up a lot of feelings of stress and maybe almost like a meltdown, like sometimes you may be at work and you just feel like, I'm just going to start crying. You know, it's like the emotions are really overwhelming. It's time to simplify. It's time to sort of maybe take a little bit of a back step and de-stress. And look at all the options that that 7 of Cups is presenting you. And to me, having those emotional heart-to-hearts, talking about your feelings, it's really important. It's going to help you to at least have a feeling of mutual empathy and support with this Page of Cups. And this could also be somebody coming in and saying, you know, Virgo, are you doing okay? And you're like, yes, I need to talk. I need to talk. I like the outcome through here, because to me, with that Eight of Swords with the Wheel of Fortune on top, that to me says the Wheel of Fortune is moving toward in your favor. Things are coming out of stagnation, and you will be getting unstuck from this feeling of helplessness. So I don't think it's a bad time at all ahead, Virgo. I think you're going to really release yourself from a lot of old worries, a lot of old feelings of, you know, of just being scared, honestly, of just feeling like you can't move because you're worried you'll make the wrong move. That's the thing. So let's get into, I don't think you can make a wrong move here. It's really about being flexible and adaptable with the new information that you receive. So let's get an affirmation on this. Oh, I love it. Look at that. And our Earth card is coming up here, Virgo. And you are a strong Earth element. Ask the element of Earth for grounding, stability, and strength in times of chaos. So Virgo, as we head into the springtime, as the temperatures hopefully start to get a little warmer for us here on this top hemisphere, let's get outside a little more and let's get into the warmth of the earth. Start reconnecting with Mother Gaia and really pulling into that energy, because it does give us a lot of strength. It does give us a lot of power. Oh, and look at that. 10 of Cups on the bottom there. 10 of Cups and King of Cups. I feel like there's a lot of emotional healing and wishes coming true as a result of this work and freeing yourself. I don't know how yeah. It's a big pivotal time right now, Mary. I really felt that with the February readings, and all of those have been posted. All the February monthlies for all the signs have been posted. And yeah, it's really strong right now. February to me is a very pivotal month of a lot of shift, and I feel like there's so much like old stuff being cleared to make the way for what's coming next. And it's just, it's not always the most fun cycle, but it's a really important and very pivotal cycle. You know, it's like if we don't do that, then the next part, the next stage can't come in as easily. So that's, yeah, that's important. You got to do the work. All right, Libra. I hope my Libras are doing great out there. I hope they're having a wonderful day or evening wherever they are. This is our Imbolc celebration, our St. Brigid's Day celebration. So this is all about the midpoint, the spring festival. We're getting closer and closer to our springtime, which will be arriving in about 6 weeks when the sun moves into Aries. So this reading is going to be all about what you're pulling in, what you're building towards, what you are currently growing towards. And we are going to be pulling a goddess card to start as we tap into the energy of the goddess Brigid. So let's see what we have, please, for Libra. Wow, okay, Libra, you are bringing Brigid up full front and center, same as Gemini. Gemini had Brigid as well, so check that out. So you are definitely aligning very strongly with our St. Brigid's Day, Goddess Brigid Day today. You know, her energy is fiery, it's supportive, it's the creative spark. It helps lift you out of heaviness, lifts you out of old energy or stagnation, and gets you having fun again, gets you creating again, gets you into that childlike energy that we all need. All right, so let's get into, she's also about fire and sacred water, sacred wells, sacred holy wells, right? And so, you know, this is also home blessing for you. Home blessing from Brigid, because she does keep the home fires safe and protected. So let's get some tarot on this, my beautiful Libras. Nice. All right. I dig it. Let's get into it. Six of Wands. We've got achievement, victory, recognized success. So I do feel that this shift in the seasons is very positive for you. We have the Moon card in the center, and we have the High Priestess on the outcome. So I do feel that this is really, I mean, the Moon and the Moon, right? Because the High Priestess is ruled by the Moon. The Moon is also connected to Pisces. So I feel that for you, Libra, there is a real success, a real feeling of victory when it comes to tapping into your sensitivity, your emotions, your subconscious, your psychic abilities, your perceptions, your ability to, you know, recognize when something's wrong or right for you. It's beautiful. And you may feel a little more introverted. It's like, I feel like, you know, you're going to be really happy about some things and really feeling like, yeah, I'm really riding high. I'm really feeling victorious. But you're not going to be too loud about it. Like there's this introverted feeling, you know, with the Moon and the High Priestess, because they're kind of mysterious, right? They're a little mysterious. They don't always reveal everything. And some people might feel like, oh, Libra's being so secretive, or they're not, you know, telling me what's going on. And it's like, nah, it's just because you're going to be in that really receptive goddess energy. It's beautiful. But I think that you're going to be building a lot of things from within your soul. So let's see what we have clarifying these cards here. Yeah, ooh, it is. It's so watery. Wow, Libra, you may have some water folks. You may have, you know, especially like a Cancer or Pisces. Oh my goodness, because look at that. Six of Wands clarified by the King of Cups. There is definitely some sort of heart healing kind of victory, because the King of Cups is about that heart healing. It's also about, you know, the King of Cups is very much about making good emotional decisions going forward. Beautiful, beautiful. I do feel like there is this confusion, or maybe like a little bit of emotional overwhelm here in the middle of this cycle. When the Moon card and the Seven of Cups come up together, I'm just like, oh boy. You may feel like there are so many choices, so many things that you're feeling, sensing, perceiving. You might be getting a lot of downloads and messages from spirit, a lot of strong dreams coming through, and you're really just trying to decipher all of those messages and determine which ones are really important and which ones are not. Right, that I think is a very strong thing you might be working with. So you might want to do some journaling or just writing some things down to work through that, Libra. And then look at that outcome with the Page of Cups. We got all these cups coming up on top of this, very watery. Again, strong messages. Pages are messengers. They bring through messengers of the style that the suit is in. So, you know, this is emotional and spiritual messages. You might literally just be talking to your angels, your spirit guides. Very strong. Very, very strong reading here. So let's get an affirmation on this for you. Abracadabra with wings. A fantastic good fortune and lucky chances. So I feel like there's something so super positive around this reading for you, Libra. I just feel like you're really getting in touch with the divine. You really are. And they're getting in touch with you. That's what it really feels like here. Just gorgeous. Just a gorgeous reading. All right. Up next is not to be outdone. Dun, da, da. Scorpio, Scorpio. Hello, my little scorpions. Where are you? I know you might be hiding under your rock, Scorpio, but it's time to talk about you. They're like, it is? Yes, it is. All right. Well, happy Imbolc to you, Scorpio. Happy Brigid's Day. Happy Groundhog Day. Happy midwinter, mid-spring. Here we go. We're getting ready for our next 6 weeks as we head closer and closer towards the spring equinox. And this energy of this reading is all about what you are building, what you are manifesting. And we're going to start with one of our goddess cards, because this is a very strong goddess-aligned celebration and day. So let's start with one card for Scorpio with a goddess card. Let's see what they are bringing through for you. love it. I love it. And it was a little bit stuck, but here we go. Bronwyn. There it is. Forgiveness. And Bronwyn, she, I believe, is she's another one of our Celtic goddesses. She is. So I'm going to look her up. I just want to read a little bit more about her for you, Scorpio. Yeah. Forgiveness. There's been a lot of messages like that for Scorpio lately. Sometimes life invites us into conditions that challenge us to the core. Oh, Scorpio, I know you can relate to this. As the Celtic goddess Bronwyn forgave those who caused her own death by a broken heart, she asks you to set yourself free from the seeds of resentment that will surely choke the life out of your dreams. We are wounded by others and weave stories about our hurts and losses that live on in our hearts and minds. We come to distrust the potential of love and connection. No matter what your story is or when it began, forgiveness is the key to freedom here. Forgiveness allows for mending and repair, opening the heart to give and receive. Oh my goodness, I love that energy. She is awesome. Yeah, deep healing. It's a deep healing card, Scorpio. I really do get the feeling. And, you know, Scorpio is one of those signs that has a long memory, very long memory. And they really have, you know, sometimes a tough time letting stuff go. It's similar to Capricorn. Same deal. So let's see what we've got in the tarot for you. What a release kind of energy coming through for Scorpio around this season. Yeah. Wow. Oh my goodness. So Scorpio, lots of fire is helping you here. Ace of Wands coming through. Hand of Spirit really coming in to bring more vitality, passionate new beginnings in life. You know, feeling more alive, feeling more awakened. I really feel like the spring energy is already here for you in a lot of ways. Or you're really bringing this in. Queen of Wands in the center. So again, opening up your heart, opening up your generous spirit, being willing to receive and give in a generous capacity. Strong Leo energy here. So it is about that creative self-expression and using your magic. Five of Pentacles is here as well. So to me, this is about coming in from out of the cold, you know, and getting back into that warmer sanctuary where you're really connected with the divine. So this is a beautiful pattern here. Let's get into some clarifiers for you, Scorpio. Yeah. I'm telling you, Scorpio, oh my goodness. Like I just feel like you're done with half measures and you're done with gossipy people or people that are just there to sow seeds of chaos or distraction in your life. Page of Swords can often be new messages coming in, but many times they're kind of immature and kind of distracting and often just gossipy and leads to nothing. So I really feel like you really are like, no, I want a new life. I want a new beginning. I don't want to entertain that kind of energy anymore. And this Queen of Wands, it is a slow but steady energy because this Knight of Pentacles takes its time to get to its destination, but it always succeeds. It always gets to the end of the finish line. It always arrives in pretty good condition because it prepared in advance. So keep that in mind. Queen of Wands, this is really doing that work to get to that good goal of having an open heart, a warm heart again. But Scorpio, I don't doubt it. There's a reason why Bronwyn is coming into your reading of that forgiveness card, because I think that what has put you out or made you feel put out in the cold is just dishonest people. People with a lack of integrity, people who are just energy thieves, narcissists, that kind of energy. And you know, that's what has been around. And I really feel like you're just ready, you're so ready to kick them out. You don't want it anymore. It's reflected in both of these cards. Yeah. The Strength card. So it really does. It takes a lot of courage and a lot of heart. But I feel like these new doors are opening throughout the cycle with this Two of Wands. It's a strong read. So let's get into an affirmation here, Scorpio. stepping into a new life, being, yes, being more creative, being more open about your heart, you know, and working towards letting the right ones in and getting the wrong ones out. We had that same card come up in the same position for another read. Yeah, it really is. It's about kicking out the dishonest people. Yeah. And having dealt with some of them too, having to forgive and let go of them. I love it. Self-confidence. Yes. So Scorpio, strong self-belief and a sense of worth. And that's really what it all comes down to. You've got to believe that you're better than those kind of people and those kind of experiences. It's also forgiveness of the self. You know, I think that that's part of what we have to do too, you know, with that forgiveness energy. It's not just forgiving the people that done us wrong, right? As a Capricorn, I can tell you very strongly that we're similar to Scorpio in some ways, and we have that attitude that if somebody hurts us or we get in a bad situation or something goes wrong, we're like, oh, we should have known better. And it's like somehow we think that we're exempt from making mistakes or having a bad time in something or getting hurt by someone. Like, we should know better. And it's like, no, give yourself some forgiveness. You're only human, Scorpio. So are the goats. We just forget that sometimes. We think we're supposed to be wiser and all that than everyone else. I know. We think, but you know, we gotta learn stuff too. We do. So let's get into our next sign, guys. Let's see what we have is Sagittarius. Sagittarius, this is a good fire festival for you guys. It is. This is like, you know, we're getting back to a fire sign, you know, in the next 6 weeks. Getting back to that Aries energy, which is very revitalizing for my Sagittarians. So I do feel this is an excellent festival for them. So happy Imbolc, happy Brigid's Day. I hope you are doing great out there tonight. I'm going to start with a goddess card. We're going to see which goddess is assisting you through this next 6-week cycle. We're moving from the mid-winter up to the beginning of spring. Ooh, I love it. And I love her. Freya, radical acceptance. Look at that. That is some bold, like, kick-ass energy there, Sagittarius. It really is. Let's look her up. I want to read a little bit more about her, just because I love her and I want to see what they say in this book. So Freya, when you see life as a battleground, you lose sight of a more easeful way to be in the world. Can you be in the middle of the chaos and allow yourself to center in the quiet hum in the eye of the storm? Let the peace of Freya, the Norse goddess of war, enter your mind. Amid the flurry of battle, she came to collect the fallen and bring them to a place of rest and healing. Freya is here to remind you that the acceptance of defeat is not the end. She offers the gift of acceptance, the knowing that there is nothing to resist right now. See your world at face value and look into it with discernment. When you see with greater clarity, not taking this world so personally, you will not have to fight at all. If you take full stock of your conditions, surrendering to what is, you can move to higher ground, begin again, or wait until the drama dies down on its own. You are the strongest, most grounded, and most powerful when you remember this is the strategy the goddess Freya offers in your support. Wow. That's beautiful. I love it. Yeah. Freya. Beautiful energy coming through for you there, Saggy. You are little warriors. You're tough. You're tough and fiery, you are. All right, so let's get into some healing energies. Let's get into the tarot for Sagittarius, because I do feel that healing is part of that message for y'all. It really is. Oh, yeah. I said y'all are warriors. Check it out. We got the Queen of Swords, which is very, very strong. So Sagittarius, that's some Libra energy coming in. And I really do feel that this is all about bringing things back to balance, you know, and it's really by kicking out, you know, anything negative, anyone that's been causing drama, trouble, chaos in your life. It's just like out of my court, out of my face. And it's done with, you know, a feminine energy. It's like Freya, right? It's like that feminine warrior goddess. She is feminine, but she's also very strong. And it's like she can pull into that cooler, more logical, practical mind and say, I don't want this in my life. Right in the center, though, check it out, Three of Cups. So to me, it's like really pulling into your community, your friends, your soul tribe for support. I think that was actually what I called the Sagittarius reading for February, for the month of Feb, was connecting with your soul tribe. That came up big. So this is coming up strongly again to me in your reading, is connecting with these folks that really make you feel, you know, like celebrate, that make you feel understood. So you're not like, you know, if you have felt really alone, this is really reminding you, not only are you not alone, Sagittarius, you're also not crazy. You're totally normal. You're just operating on a different vibration than a lot of folks are. Totally. Ace of Swords. Check out swords coming and going. And to me, you know, the Ace of Swords is another beautiful ultimate victory kind of card. It is about cutting through all the cloudiness, all the confusion, getting to the heart of the matter, and really having that success in clearing the mind, clearing the consciousness, and being able to see things with new eyes, with a new perspective. So what a powerful time this next 6 weeks. Sagittarius. Let's get it. Let's clarify these, please, Spirit. What? What? You're gonna flip out, Saggy. Queen of Swords on top of Queen of Swords. So whatever I said about removing the troublemakers from your life, double that. Double that. Kicking ass and taking names, Sagittarius. And then burning the names in a fire. Look at the center. Look at how positive this is. What I said with the soul tribe, the Sun card is sitting there on top of the Three of Cups. So Sagittarius, whoever your soul family is, whoever those people that are supportive in your life are, they are like gold for you. They are freaking golden. They bring through so much good luck, positive reinforcement, and vitality back into your life. And look at this outcome. This Imbolc season is amazing for you. We have the Ten of Cups on top of the Ace of Swords. So to me, this is just victory, emotional success, spiritual alignment, all of that good stuff coming through. Y'all are rocking it. You are rocking it. Oh, and the Ace of Swords was on the bottom here again. And we've got the Eight of Pentacles. So this is definitely a work in progress. I mean, this is not something that you've just been sitting on your butt about. You've really been working at this. This isn't something that just happened overnight. And I can definitely tell this is going to be a thing where, for some of you Sagittarians, some people are going to look at you and say, boy, you're just really lucky. Or, oh, you're so lucky things turn out. And you're like, it ain't luck. It's hard work. It's like, this didn't just fall into your lap. It's like, it's been a work in progress. It's not like this was easy. It's not like this was easy. I think just like Freya, you know, in this energy, it's all about accepting that sometimes you have defeats in life. Sometimes you have battles in life that don't turn out the way that you want. And it's time to heal. And it's time to restore. Yeah. And just accept that particular battle. Maybe it didn't happen the way I wanted to, but it's time to heal up and recover and get back in there. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Let's get an affirmation on it. And we have have our card of prosperity coming through on top of all that. A prosperous business with riches and success. So Sagittarius, I think at the same time, you know, there could really be a change, a reversal of fortune for a lot of you. A lot of it could be coming through this group effort, a community effort, or even taking a new or better job where the community and the work environment and the people that you're working with are so much better than they were before. You know, if for those of you that have, for those of you that Queen of Swords is cutting out like an old negative job, yeah, that could be for some of y'all out there. You know, where a better work situation comes in. Funny how it's so much easier to make money when you're happy doing what you're doing. And even if you're not making as much, it's always better if you're doing it at something you like rather than being somewhere that you didn't want to be. Oh my goodness. Yeah. All right, so Saggy. Let's get into our next one. We know what's coming next. Get the hands ready. We know Capricorn is up in the house. All right, Capricorn. Oh my goodness. We've been trekking past the Capricorn energy. Happy Imbolc, happy Brigid's Day to all my Capricorns out there. We are definitely moving steadily but surely through the springtime. Capricorn, you are just like an ultimate winter sign. You are the winter solstice sign, but I'm telling you, even goats don't always like the winter. I'm ready. I'm ready for some springtime vibes. So let's start with a goddess card for you, Capricorn. Let's see what we have coming through. And of course, you know, today or this, you know, week, this is Brigid's time. This is a very powerful Celtic goddess of the fire and the holy water. So let's see what we have coming through for you. Which one of our divine feminines are going to be helping you out, Capricorn, this next 6-week cycle? What are you growing? That's what this is about. What are you growing? What are you building as we build towards the springtime energies? Ooh, I like this one. I like the Rhea, the flow. Check that out with those water lilies going on around her. We also have this as coming as a 4-4, which is a powerful number. So let's see what we have to say about her, because I'm not as, some of these I'm not as well versed in. So I'm always yeah, flower hat. Me too. I like that. So do you notice how when you're in alignment with the universe, everything in your life just seems to flow? Yes, Capricorn, the Greek goddess Rhea, whose very name means flow and ease, comes to let you know that you're entering such a time. While the flow state is not permanent for most, it's a beautiful feeling that allows you to lose yourself in the rhythm, source of information that is gifted to you. The way to ensure that you remain in this beautiful energy as long as you can is to observe your life with relaxed attention, listening to the guidance presented to you as you move forward without restraint or fixed ideas. You can enter a flow state anytime you're willing to release expectations. It requires trust, and the goddess Rhea ensures your boat will never capsize as long as you move from a slow stream to a rapid river. Wow. Okay. So this is really too about coming out of a stagnant state, Capricorn. This is a great deck. For any of you who are interested, this is the Goddess Power Oracle that I'm using for our goddess cards. Wow. So yeah, let go and let the flow. Capricorn, I think that is what's so true for a lot of Capricorns, and I absolutely am guilty of this. The hell and back is is that we think the only way forward is hard work, and sometimes you don't have to work so hard, Capricorn. You don't have to strive so hard, and sometimes it really is about just letting go and letting the flow. Oh, that's speaking to me so strong right now. So let's get some tarot for the goats. What is it that you need to release so that these things can enter your life more freely and easily? Let's see what's coming up around that. And it is so much about work, Capricorn. I I just have to laugh. Oh my gosh. The February reading for Capricorn, I couldn't get over it. It was nuts. Like the suggested approach was the Eight of Pentacles twice. And I was like, oh my God. Okay, Capricorn. So, right? We've got the Ace of Swords. We do have a lot of victory, a lot of success. I think honestly, Capricorn, what I feel, you know, around this energy of being back in the flow, and this card coming through is that a lot of our mindsets are changing. I think that's why we've had this card come up, you know, a couple times already, is that this is really cutting through our old fog, our old habits, our old routines. Because what I feel and what I've really felt through the readings I did for February is that this is a pivotal month. This is a time when a lot of things are being shifted so that new energy can come in. And Capricorn, if you've been really stuck in a rut of, you know, like, I can only get it done one way, I can only, I've always done it this way, I can't do it different. This is just saying, Capricorn, it's time to cut through all the confusion, all the cloudiness. Maybe time to simplify. I also always feel the energy of my Archangel Michael with this Ace of Swords. You know, this to me is real strength, victory, protection, clarity, you know, going to the higher consciousness too. But of course, we can't have this reading for Capricorn without the Eight of Pentacles. We can't have it. Eight of Pentacles came up twice in your February reading as the suggested approach, Capricorn. So it's, again, this is so much to do with your work. It's so much to do with your habits and your routine. Leading by example, taking your time to do quality work, right? And that's definitely a Capricorn thing. If you have been feeling really rushed or you've been feeling overwhelmed, like I've just got so much to do and I don't know how I'm ever going to do it, this card is a reminder to slow down, take your time, because when you do that, you're going to have a much better outcome. I also just feel like this is a lead by example. So if people just see you working yourself to death and never taking a break, that's not a good example to set. So Capricorn, definitely be in balance. If you're working hard, sleep as well, rest as well, take good care of yourself as well, and look at the balance, right? Here's our Temperance card coming out of moderation, resilience. There's our Sagittarius energy. So it definitely is, you know, those higher goals, ambitions, dreams. And in this imagery, you know, 1 foot on the solid earth and 1 foot in the water of spirit and, you know, the energy of the intuition. I love this energy as well for a St. Brigid's Day reading because it is fire and water coming together in one card, and that's what she is all about. So Capricorn, it's also reminding you that if you're going through a really, you know, challenging time right now, and I think a lot of it is just integration of all that, all the lessons that came through the last 3 years. If you're still just like, you know, this is a reminder, like, you are so strong. You are so much stronger than you may know. And it's really, you've come through so much. Don't be afraid. You're going to get through. You're going to get through whatever life throws at you. You already have. You already have. So let's get a little more balance in your life. And let's clarify these cards. Let's get a few extra messages on here for you. Yes. Yes and yes. Oh, yeah. Capricorn. It's an end to a lot of your defensiveness. I really feel that. There is such an end to a lot of this. Also, this fatigue. I get the sense that a lot of Capricorns have just been really tired because you've been working too dang hard. That's a big part of it. And you need to relax some more and put your wand down, Capricorn. You don't have to keep fighting this battle. If you're tired, if you've been injured, you just need to freaking rest. And it's also about changing that mindset. Like, if anyone attacks you or comes at you or gives you a hard time about the job you've done or anything, like, you're in that position, like, how dare you say that to me? What? You know, I've been working so hard. How can you complain? Like, your nerves are a little bit paper thin right now. So this is the time you need to rest. This is the time you need to relax, big time. Yeah, because look at this. To me, the Eight of Pentacles, clarified by our Ten of Swords, this is all about the end of a really challenging cycle where you've been worried so much about work, so much about achievement and getting everything done. You've really been, like, pushing yourself too hard. You've been pushing yourself too hard. And so this is saying, Let that old cycle go, Capricorn. Don't push yourself so hard. You can work. Just bring it into balance. Bring it into balance. Exactly. Exactly. I like what Moonchild said. Cappy, you've got 10 swords in your back and you're still checking your work emails. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Go to bed. Go to bed, goat. On top of the Temperance card, we have the Knight of Swords. And so this is that kind of nervous energy that has a lot to say. But to me, the Knight of Swords also changes our mind, right? It does, because it comes in with that air energy and takes that sword and just cuts things right down the middle. So we can get to this Ace of Swords, which clears our mind. It's also a lot of information. And I will say, Capricorn, you may feel like you've had an information overload lately. Like you've just got so much, and that's why that Temperance is there. You got to balance this. Wow. 4 of Cups. And at the same time, there are things that you feel like you've been waiting on that you want to really get done. And part of what's kept you from doing it is you've been so laser focused on work. And look at the Star card on the bottom. So Capricorn, don't give up. You are going to the next level here. Your planet has gone from your sign to the sign of Aquarius, which is our star energy. I do feel like you're really going to a next level of existence, but there's a lot of change that happens first. Stay in the flow. Stay in the flow, my goats. That's really what it is, not to get drugged down in those worries. Like I said, things are so much easier when you're just in that flow of life. I love that energy. So let's get into an affirmation for you, Capricorn. I love this reading, actually. This makes a lot of sense to me. I can see it. Ooh, these are jumpy. Oh my goodness. Yikes. Capricorn, what in the world? All right, guys, settle down. Just one, please. One, please, for Capricorn. Oh, the Philosopher's Stone is coming out. So powerful manifestation of wishes and goals by harnessing universal energy. Again, Capricorn, these manifestations, they don't come by you killing yourself. They come by aligning to the energy of the universe, going with the flow. Ah! I love these reads tonight. Oh my gosh, I love these. This is awesome. Oh, hey, Silver Star. Good to see you in the chat. Hope you're doing okay. Oh, a lot of Aquarius birthdays. Just read my chat for a second. Oh yeah, even the cards are overachieving for the reading. I know, it's right, Moonchild. Visiting your Aquarius hospital birthdays tomorrow. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I know. They were all saying, let me, I want to be first. They all wanted to come out there at once. Aw, Krista, thank you so much for that blessing, sweetheart. Aw, I love our Capricorn reads. Oh, I do. I love them. They're so good. They're just so darn good. It's been amazing lately. Like, I mean, the energy has been so heavy for me personally. And I'm telling you, like, I was talking to Ms. Mindful, like, over the weekend, and I even said, she was like, are you doing okay? And I said, yes. It's like one day I'm doing great, and the next day I feel like I want to jump off a bridge. It's like that, you know? And it's just so up and down, but I just know that, like, if we just get through it, and we do as much work and keep as much awareness around it as possible, it'll get better. It'll get better. It's just... yeah, January, December and January heavy. I know that's my birthday is January, but I hate January. I am always so happy when January's done. I'm like, yes, we're out of the... I'm so happy when February comes. It's so bad. People are like, happy birthday, and I'm like, I'll celebrate in a couple weeks. It'll be awesome then. Yes, Silver Star. It is like that. One night I'm like, I'm crying. I'm like, how am I going to get through all this? And then the next day I'm like, I'm cute. We're made to emote. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of did, Moonchild. That's my Pisces side. Oh my. My bunny's okay? I just heard a crash. Hold on one second. I gotta check. I gotta check the buns. Sweethearts, are you okay? You okay? Is everything alright? Aw. No bunny dramas. Bunsen, were you harassing your brother? Yeah, I think you were. Because he's in her room. Annoyed. Yeah, they're okay. They're okay. They just had a little tussle. They're all right though. Sometimes Miss Bunsen, she really heckles her brother sometimes. Oh my god, sometimes she really hassles him a lot. The lady bunnies are always a lot more aggressive than the males. That makes sense, Sebastian, to have a party at the end of January. It's like, yay, it's over. I know. All right, so let's get into Aquarius. Let's see what we have got for you. This is definitely your season of the year. So happy birthday out there to all my Aquarius friends. I hope you guys are doing awesome. This is actually, I mean, Imbolc is really like a celebration that happens during the transit of your sign, Aquarius. So it really is like very much aligned with you and your vibration. So let's see what we've got for you. This is also Brigid's Day. This is all about that divine goddess energy, bringing back our firepower, our creative spark, and it's definitely about building up to what we're manifesting, getting into the spring equinox. So let's see what we have, please, for Aquarius. We'll start with a goddess card for you. Ooh, I love this one. I love that color, that energy. Yuki Onna, stillness. This feels so wintry, but let me read about her a little bit more. Yeah, let's read about her. That's a gorgeous card there, Aquarius. All about stillness. The Japanese goddess of winter. Ooh, Yuki Onna calls you to a practice of daily meditation and stillness to prepare you for greater productivity and results. Being open and receptive, slowing down, allowing for time to dream, activates your partnership with the universe so you can truly set your intentions in motion. Then, almost without effort, you discover their vibrational match in the world of form. Just as the life force quietly builds within a seed buried under snow, so too will the energy build in the seed of your desires before manifesting with no effort on your part. You will find how easy it is to co-create while implementing a practice of stillness and receptivity. Let others make the first move at this time as you assess and observe the world around you from the profound position of stillness and neutrality. In this way, the world becomes more intimate, yet you know to take nothing personally. When the goddess Yuki Onna comes to support you, be still. This calls in the miracles. The action now is non-action. Aquarius, what a cool card. Literally a cool card. She is the goddess of stillness, snow, and the winter energy. So if this was a groundhog, it might be telling you you might have a little more winter to go here, Aquarius, just a little, because this to me, and this is the vibration. I love how they talked about, you know, the seed germinating, you know, under the snow and getting ready to blossom, because this is so strong for you. I love that. Gosh. So Aquarius, it is definitely, it's a little bit of downtime. Relax through this 6 weeks, meditate, get into a more mindful practice. Very cool that one of our Aquarians here in the chat, Ms. Mindful, she's an Aquarius and her channel is all about mindfulness. So that's the perfect energy for you as we build up to the spring. Wow, beautiful energy, absolutely gorgeous. Let's see what we have in the tarot for you, Aquarius. I feel that one too, because I'm an Aquarius rising. I have very strong Aquarius in my chart, and I feel that. Like, it's almost like it's saying the non-activity, and it's really tying into that Capricorn reading too, because Capricorn and Aquarius, you know, traditionally were both ruled by Saturn. So see how the Capricorn reading was all about being in the flow, being in that path of non-resistance and moving with the energy. And the same with Aquarius. It's like being in that stillness, being in that meditative space to let things unfold without having to chase them down and constantly be at it. And it's really great. But Aquarius, these cards are going to blow your mind. They're going to blow your mind. King of Swords, you're coming out very strong here. This is the Aquarius King, master strategist, the one that has, you know, the higher-minded plan, knows how to make a good strategy. So, you know, during this time of downtime, you may be working on a plan, right? It doesn't mean it's time to enact it yet, but you're working on it. You're meditating on it, right? Queen of Swords. So you might have a power couple kind of situation for some of you here. You know, you might be very aligned with a soulmate or twin flame or, you know, kind of spiritual partner, whether that's romantic, co-worker, or, you know, family member. It could be any of those, but that's very strong. And it's also about removing drama, stress, chaos, troubles from your life. It's making a very clear plan. And you're going to, this is just the icing on the cake. Your star card came out here. This is, to me, two of the most powerful cards for Aquarius is, you know, King of Swords and the Star are our Aquarian cards. This is your power cards right here, Aquarius. To me, this is all about ascending to the next level, definitely stepping into your power and really going to the next level. And it's all about balance, 1 foot in the water, just like Temperance, and 1 foot on the earth, right? Really balanced between your stability and your intuition. You know, naked under the stars, right? Being completely at one with the universal flow. Yeah. It's beautiful. This is, I can't even pull better cards for Aquarius. I cannot. But to me, it's like, if things have been a real struggle, Aquarius, and I don't doubt that for some Aquarians, they may be very, very tough because, you know, Saturn being in your sign can really kick the crap out of us. It really can. It says Capricorn. We're like, yeah, we just went through 3 years of that. Thanks, Daddy Saturn. Yeah. But you may be feeling it as well. You know, you're really, it's that really, you gotta ascend. You've got to go to the next level. You got to go to the next state of being, and it's not always easy. So let's get a clarification on all these cards. Let's clarify each one of them, please, for Aquarius. Wow. Wow. Oh my gosh. I want to clap for you, Aquarius. I do. I want to clap for you. Look at this King of Swords rounding up those 10 of Wands. It's saying, I'm done. I am so over this. I am taking my ball and going home. I'm done with this burdensome cycle. I'm done with this heaviness. I'm done with this thing that's been weighing me down. I'm ready to let it go. Oh my goodness. On top of our Queen of Swords, we have the Hierophant. So to me, yeah, you're bringing things back into balance and you're removing elements and people from your life that are preventing you from being solid, stable, grounded. This is nice Taurus energy. Interestingly enough, Aquarius, your ruling planet, is in Taurus right now. So check that out. It's about being grounded, stable, within your power, within your spiritual power. It's about commitments too. Like, you're getting rid of people that are non-committal, situations that don't offer you a chance to advance or grow. And look what's happening next with that Star card. We got the Knight of Cups. So you might be going to the next level in a romantic relationship or a friendship. There's someone coming in with a really nice offer towards you, or you might be offering them something as well. Let's see what's on the bottom. Oh, yes, Aquarius. Kicking ass. Look at this. Lover's card. There's our passion. There's our fire. I knew there felt like some love energy in there. And 6 of Wands. Our victory, our success, our recognized achievement. Wow, guys. my feeling is this season, this next 6 weeks, it might feel slow going because it is that stillness, that snow energy, but it is that like the water is moving under the snow. The seeds are germinating under the snow. And as you get closer and closer to the spring season, it's like things start to blossom, things start to take root and really show up in your life. Let's get an affirmation on this. These readings are so awesome tonight, y'all. They're so good. And there we go. Your air power's coming through. This can't get better for you. Look at this. It's your own element. Work with the element of air to cut through to the core of the situation and see the truth. That's what our Queen of Swords is all about. Look at that. Yes, it's all about that. And our star card is all about that. Aquarius, every one of your power cards. Yay for you. Yay for you. I'm really, really loving this energy. I love it for me too, because my Aqua Rising is going, yeah, yeah, woot, woot. You're welcome, Ms. Mindful. Oh my gosh, this was a great read for y'all. So good. I feel like it complemented, the other reason I love it is it complemented the Cap reading so great. It really did. Amazing. All right, so Pisces, you are up for our last sign of the night. And I hope you all are doing great. Love my Pisces, folks. This is a beautiful water sign. Oh, Bear, thank you for the blessing. Y'all, I appreciate that so much. You are a very, very loved and valued member of our little dragon family here. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's the whole of us that really makes this little place great. Hi, Christina. Oh, what is it, Silver Star? Y'all can do what you want to do. I ain't your daddy. I'm just your dragon. I'm your dragon, not your dad. All right, Pisces. Yep, Saturn is our daddy. Absolutely. I was saying that. I was like, Daddy Saturn, kicking our behinds. Absolutely. Yeah, if you want to put your channel link, go ahead, Silver Star. We'd love to connect more with you. I will definitely follow your channel. So yes, back to Pisces. Sorry about that, Pisces. Let's get into your reading. Happy Imbolc, happy Brigid's Day. She is a goddess of both fire and sacred water. And Pisces, you are all about the water. So I feel like her energy is really nicely tapped into yours. So we're really connecting with that divine goddess. Going forward, we're building up to this next 6 weeks as we go closer and closer to the spring equinox. So Pisces, this is all about this time ahead. Let's see what we've got for you coming through for this next cycle as we go closer and closer. What are you building? What are you growing and manifesting here, Pisces? Ooh, Hecate, the in-between. That's a powerful goddess right there, let me tell you, Pisces. Let's read about her a little bit from the guidebook. I always like to read more. So much fun. Yeah, she's another Greek goddess. Love these Greek goddesses tonight. They're pretty amazing. You are standing in the liminal spaces between what was and what will be. This is perfect for this time of year. Oh my goodness, Pisces. Who you have been and who you are becoming. Look at that. The Greek goddess of crossroads, Hecate, welcomes you to her domain and reminds you that neither place is your home. You're being tasked to carefully choose the direction of your thoughts, feelings, beliefs, and actions. Now is not the time for hasty action or stubbornness, but a fierce self-inventory. Bless the past for what it has provided and release all attachments to the stories of what was. Now is the time to understand the responsibilities required of you as you move forward into a new version of yourself that is as yet unformed. What do you want to become? What kind of life are you prepared to live? And how will you wisely yield your power to co-create a new world beneficial for others and not just yourself? You have the magic of Hecate pulsing through you and calling you to answer. Say yes and step into the unknown to discover what is not yet manifest. As soon as you do, she will bring her eternal torch to light your way. Wow. So Pisces, that's pretty beautiful, because to me, you know, Pisces, one of your big cards in the tarot is the Hanged Man, right? It's ruled by Neptune, your ruling planet. And that's all about that liminal space, the in-between. One that's, you know, world that's not yet formed and the other that's becoming. So Pisces, to me, this is a natural energy for you. And this is definitely like we're in that midpoint where it's not quite winter still, but it's not quite spring yet. And so this is a beautiful time of in-between shift where you're moving from one reality to the next. So let's get into your tarot for this season. And just like the Hangman card, it requires that you let go of some things. You got to sacrifice certain elements to get to the new spiritual enlightenment that's unfolding. Yeah, that it is. This is it, right? So the Strength card is coming through here. It is the balance of your spirit and your physical manifestation, the form of spirit calming down the roaring lion, calming down our fears, our doubts, our worries, our protestations. But I can't do it, but I don't know if I can do it. And spirit's going, hang in there, baby. You're going to be okay. And we have both of those inside. Yeah, both of those inside of us. So there we go. Right in the center, we have our Tower card coming up outside, you know, next to that. So to me, this is all about Pisces removing and, you know, knocking down the last vestiges of any old cycles, any old karma, any old constructs that were really shaky and in bad shape to begin with, honestly. That's the hand of spirit really just saying, nope, not good for you anymore. Well, let's get rid of that, because we can't build a new house on a crappy old foundation. We got to lay a new foundation here, Pisces. And so our outcome is the Two of Pentacles, which brings you so much more into that balance. And to me, the Two of Pentacles is very much about that day-to-day energy where we're staying really in the moment. You know, we're not worrying too much about the future. We're not dwelling on the past. We're really in the moment, in the now. And enjoying the process, enjoying the journey, right? That's bringing your joy back to your journey, Pisces, if things have become really heavy and really dull and routine, and not in a good way, right? So let's get some clarification on these three cards, please, for Pisces. Nice. Very nice. Ooh, very, very nice. Okay, Pisces. We got a little love energy going on. All right, so on top of our Strength card, we have the Queen of Pentacles. So to me, you are manifesting a spiritual, emotional balance in a great big way. I feel like you're learning more and more about yourself from the inside out, and it's really helping you to lay that solid foundation that we need. Queen of Pentacles is also our little bunny rabbit queen, so it is about prosperity, abundance, and success. I think you'll be very successful in that. Yes. You're going to learn what you've used to go forward. On top of that tower, no soft and fluffy for you. We've got the Knight of Wands. Check that out. So I really feel like it's both the intention and action of spirit and the divine moving in your life to remove these old constructs, but you're also really ready to let them go, because that to me is that Sagittarius energy that's ready to just say, you know what? I've got better and bigger and brighter things ahead, and it's time. You've learned, you've grown. It's like, let's move this thing forward. Let's keep going towards to the new life. Yeah. And look what we have. We have our Lovers card coming out here at the end here, Pisces, on top of that Two of Pentacles. And like I said, it's a card of balance. It's a card of joy in the journey. What I feel for that is that you won't be so worried about love. You won't be so worried about how it's going to unfold or how those relationships are going to play out. It will not be that feeling of like, oh, but what's going to happen? What's going to happen? It's like, you're going to be in that place where it's like everything's good and it's unfolding and it's flowing. It's not going to be that same old energy, like this devil card that's underneath here, right? It's not going to be like that anymore. That's a card of releasing yourself from old traps, old feelings of being stuck and stagnant. And on the bottom, Eight of Wands. So I think, you know, Eight of Wands and the Knight of Wands are both Sagittarian cards here, Pisces. So I feel like there's a lot of movement, actually. You might be seeing a lot more activity during this next 6 weeks cycle than a lot of the other signs. Like Aquarius is like rest, chill. You're like, no, it's time to move. It's time to groove. It's time to get things going from one state of being to the next. Yeah, you're going. You're going. Let's see what we have for an affirmation for you. And look at that, on target. Oh, Pisces. I really feel like you are in your right alignment, especially if you're feeling it. Follow your ideal life path. Yeah. Follow your path, Pisces. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Even if the towers come down during this cycle, even if this is just like crashing around you, I feel like it's time. It's so time for it to happen. It's so time for certain things to be let go of. You're coming into greater love. You're coming into greater communication and just greater balance. Feeling good. Feeling so much better than you have in a long darn time. A lot of us are in that. A lot of us are really in that. All right, y'all. We done them all. This was super fun. Still restarted. Your kids call you Dragon Mom? Moonchild, Gemini is a hard sign for all of even for them. Even for them. Don't get me started. Me and my mom. No shade to Geminis, y'all, but oh, we were talking about Geminis. Both of her parents were Geminis because I was like, Mom, Geminis are crazy. And she's like, oh, both my parents were Geminis and they were crazy. Like, they weren't bad, but, you know, they were a little crazy. My mom had 2 Geminis. She had like 4 people. I was like, you didn't have 2 parents, you had 4. Moonchild. Yeah. Oh my gosh, you were so funny, Moonchild. You are so funny. Yeah, Geminis, I can't, they're fun friends, but they're not great for me for love. They don't work for me in love. And it's because my Pisces Venus. Oh, Ms. Mindful, thank you for that blessing, sweetheart. Oh, I appreciate you so much. I like your new profile pic too. That's really beautiful. Um, but yeah, no, it's mostly because of my Pisces Venus. And I get along best a lot of the time with people who have either a water sign Pisces, you know, water sign Venus, like Scorpio or Cancer. Love those kind of energies, or Taurus or Libra. I get along with them really well. Venus and Aquarius does well for me too because I have the Aquarius rising. But yeah, Gemini energy squares my Venus sign, and that's why it's a hard one for me in like love and friendship even sometimes. Yeah. Well, I got 4 planets in Capricorn, and so it's like Gemini is their motto is I experience, right? And that's why they have that butterfly kind of energy where it's like they try one thing and then they try the next thing and then they try the next thing, and it's just they're there to just experience a lot of different things in life. And so they're not always the most stable in the way that a Capricorn wants someone to be stable. Like, we want someone that can go the long haul and last forever and have a lifelong commitment with whatever that is, whether it's work, love, friendship. We like lifelong commitments. That's Capricorn. And so, yeah, with Gemini, it's almost like you can't quite take it personally because they just have a hard time. A lot of them do. I dated a Gemini once, long time ago, And I swear it was a bit heartbreaking. I really did love him, really cared about him, and he was so cute because Geminis are always freaking cute. They're always adorable, right? They're adorable. Um, but he like disappeared. Like as soon as it started to get a little serious, he disappeared. And then of course, like a couple months later, he showed back up again. And he was like, "Oh, I just miss you, and we used to have so much more fun." I'm like, "Yeah," but then it started to get a little serious again, and he was gone again, and this time he didn't come back. Yeah, it was like yeah, Gemini. I was like both his twins showed up. I was like, after that, I was like, no, forget it. I can't date a Gemini. And that was a long time ago. So yeah, they're just a little too flighty, a little too flighty sometimes. Yeah, and they are the youngest air sign. They are the youngest air sign. So it's like I don't really think that they mean to be malicious at all. I don't think that's where it's coming from most of the time. I think it's just it's part of their life experience. That's what they're here for, is to experience a lot of things. I hear you, Krista. Oh yeah, that would be for a Capricorn. Oh my gosh! And now everybody's like, "Oh, look at our list of Gemini exes." Sorry for all the Geminis that might be listening. Sorry, guys. We're really not trying to throw you under the bus. I promise. But yeah, it's yeah, and of course, it's not all Geminis, because I've certainly known some Geminis who were very loyal. Like I've known some that had, lifelong marriages, lifelong relationships. Um and a lot of it, of course, has to do so much more than just our sun sign, right? If you've got a Gemini with a lot of like Capricorn or something very serious in their chart, they might act more like that sign, right? And so that's part of it too, you have to take into consideration. Yeah. But just like for the pure energy of it, it does tend to be a little more flighty, a little more non-committal. That's the thing. And it's also, what we talk about, like a higher vibration of each sign, right? If it's a higher vibration of Gemini, like they're going to be very communicative. You'll know where they're coming from because they'll talk about what's going on. Yeah, that's one thing they will do, is they'll talk. I would say that, like, the thing that Gemini needs, if they're going to stay in a relationship for the long haul, is they need someone that surprises them a bit. They do, because they thrive on variety. And so if they've got a partner who is a little bit surprising, will throw some, new things into life here and there, it keeps them from getting bored, and they're like, ooh, yeah, they like that. That's really keeps them on track. Yeah. Right. Yeah, I know exactly. Like you said, Krista, it's so much more to do with the whole of the person. Absolutely. I agree. I absolutely agree. Light seeker, yes. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. That's not unusual, David. I'm a Capricorn. I've always been very particular about relationships. I think a lot of Capricorns are late bloomers as well. Yeah, I didn't start dating till I was like 18, 19 years old. I was not. No, I was like, well, my feeling, it's funny, as a goat, I was like, why do I want to date people when I'm not even capable of getting married yet? Like, I'm not even an adult. Yeah, Capricorn being a late bloomer is very typical. It's very typical. Capricorn is the sign that ages the best of the zodiac, because we get older. We're older when we're younger. We get younger as we get older. It's weird. We reverse age. It's very strange. It really is a Benjamin Button experience. It really is. And it gets weirder the older you get, as like you see the people that are your age looking and acting older and older, and you're looking and acting younger and younger, and they're like, wow, you haven't changed much, and you're like, damn, you've changed a lot. You're like, oh, what happened? Like, it's a little bit annoying sometimes, because you feel like you're never gonna be respected. Hey, Moonchild, what's your question? No, it's not, Moonchild. No, it's not always the same. No. No, the South and North Node are not always the same. I agree, Denise. Geminis, they are fun, right? They are so much fun. Um, Me and my mom were talking last night about how many, we were watching something about old Hollywood actors, and I was telling her how many Geminis have been famous actors. Marilyn Monroe, um, gosh, was it Clint Eastwood, John Wayne? There was another woman that was a Gemini. It was like just a crazy amount. Errol Flynn. There were so many. There's so many Geminis, and it's because they have that versatility, the two sides, right? They can flip those characters on and off, and they can be really good actors. Natalie Portman's another Gemini. There's a ton of them. There's a ton of Gemini actors. Aries too. Aries too. A lot of good Aries actors. Emma Thompson, one of my favorites. She's an Aries. Yeah, Aries makes a great actor because they can stay in the moment so well. Now, the like Moonchild, what you were saying about the rising sign. The rising sign is based on your location of birth and the time. You might have, yeah. The descendant is the opposite of your rising. So the descendant is always the opposite of your rising. So if I'm an Aquarius rising, I'm Leo on the descendant. That's the way it works. It's the opposite sign. Yeah. And that's why in astrology, getting the time of birth is huge. It's huge into, calculating an accurate chart. Because, when you like just take our chart for today, right? This all moves with the time. Like if I was to run this chart again, it would be different. It would be different. This will move, right, as the time goes by. And the rising sign is right here. It's on the eastern horizon when you were born. I'm going to start as soon as I can. I think after the retrograde for sure. Maybe that was the time, that maybe like when Aries season starts, that would be a really good time to start an astrology class. Yeah. I'm going to start a paid subscription service on the YouTube channel and start doing, for people that want to subscribe, and just I'll set like a flat fee, and I'll do like a weekly astrology class, because guys, I used to do that. Like that was my thing. I've done so many classes. I can't even count them. And I've taught like for the MAS groups, the Metropolitan Atlanta Area Astrologer Society. And that was so much fun, but they're not doing it, anymore because it's, all the COVID and all that. So I haven't done like a physical in-person astrology class in a long time. But that's like something I love doing. I love doing it. And I've got, like some books. I've got books. I've got a lot of books, but there are a few books that I would recommend as very good ways to learn astrology from the inside out. And there's so much to it. You could teach a whole class on just one planet. You could teach a whole class on one sign, and just really delineate it. I've even said that about doing a reading. You could do a whole reading based on just 1 or 2 points in somebody's chart, and it would still be like incredible. But when you get it all together, it's just kind of mind-blowing. Yeah. I am good at teaching, Raven. It's part of my life path. It's funny. I'll never forget when my teacher Lynn, yeah, YouTube does take a big chunk. They do. Yeah. But I had a wonderful astrology teacher. I feel like I had the best astrology teacher. I really do. She's named Lynn Hammond Gray. She's in her 80s now. I mean, she's just incredible. And so no, I remember when she did my chart, she said, "Oh, you're just a natural teacher," because my sun sign is at the highest degree of my chart. She said, "This just makes you a natural teacher." And so it's like, I never went to school to become a teacher, but I remember even as a kid, like I would help my sister with her schoolwork, and it was just like, I just knew what to do. It's so weird how some gifts come very easily to you through astrology, like through your chart. You can look at it and you can say, where is somebody's genius, and where is somebody's love, and where do they find love, and where does it come from, and how do they do it? And it's such a guide. It's such a guide. No problem, David. A lot of time after we finish the reads, we just chit chat a little bit because we like talking. We like talking. There's a lot of women in here, so we like to talk. Because it makes us happy. It does. Oh yeah, I hung up a new tapestry last night. Thanks, Moonchild. Yeah. Oh yeah, Raven. A lot of virtual school. Yep. Oh, Moonchild, I was born crazy. Trust me. I'm an Aquarius rising, and it's crazy is what people first see about me. They're like, she's a little different. She's a little different. Oh my gosh. Yeah, good. Aquarius rising, I love it. I love it because it's just that wave your freak flag high, and you just, I tell people I was born not giving a dang what most people think about me, and it's just, I don't care. It's like, if you don't like it, you can go. It's okay. I always say be yourself, because the right people will love you for who you are. And the people that don't love you for who you are can keep going down the street. You're not for them. You're a strong cup of tea. You won't be for everybody, and that's okay. You know, the people that you're too much for aren't your people. I kind of was, Moonchild. Don't you patronize me, Dr. Man. Pretty much. You know, it's, oh, this is funny. This will tell you a lot about the Aquarius Capricorn personality. When I was a baby, I mean baby, like just a day or two old, right? And, you know, I don't know if they still do this, but back when I was born, back in the old days when I was born, they would do the handprints of the babies, right? And they would, yeah, they would try to get those handprints for when you were first born, and then give it to the parents, and it's cute or whatever. Well, my mom said that when they were trying to get my hands for the prints, she said, I balled my hands up into these fists, just tight, and they could not get my hands open. Like, they were just, full-grown doctors. They could not get my tiny little goat hands open. So, like, the prints that they got are like these smeary hand prints, because they were like, as soon as they could kind of pry my hand, they're like, it's just like all kind of smeared because I wasn't having it. I said, I know. I said, it's because I was a little Capricorn, and I was like, they're trying to get my money already. They're trying to take my stuff. They're trying to, I was born resisting the system. That's the Aquarius side. It's like, no, I know who you are. You're big brother. Exactly. You're not gonna get my fingerprints, Uncle Sam. That's right. Oh, there were so many things that my parents told me about. So many things. When I was 2 years old, and, you know, my mom would put me in the cute little girl dresses, the little frilly things and pinafores, because she loved dressing me up, which I hated. Oh, by the way, that was another thing. She said I never liked being dressed or fussed over or any of that. She said I just would squirm and just like, don't. I'm still that way. I don't like other people doing my hair or my makeup or any of that. I'm like, just get off. I'm like, don't. And so so she'd take me to out with her, you know, and here I am in these cute little girl dresses. Not something I would have picked if I'd been able to. And so these people would come up to me, and you know how people do with a little girl. Oh, she's so cute, and oh, you're so pretty, little girl. What's your name? And I would say, my name's Ariel, but they call me Bad News. Very dry, very no smile. They call me Bad News. Like, stay away from me. 2-year-old little girl saying that to adults. in the grocery store or wherever. Yeah. That's little Capricorn. That's little Capricorn right there. It's like, don't mess with me. I don't even remember doing it. My mom just said that that's what I would do. And she was like, I have no idea where you got that. Don't know where it came from. I know, right? What was I? Freaking Lee Van Cleef? But that's, yeah, that's, that's how I came into being. I was, different. No kitschy cooing, no baby talk for me. I'm like, I'm bad news. Get the heck out of my face. And don't touch my hands. Oh, I wasn't having it. I wasn't having it. I'm so much more like friendly now. Well, most of the time. Depends on the people. Oh, oh, there's that one. Are you serious, Krista? They didn't know you were in there? What? What's your... Oh, that's a story. Surprise Capricorn. There ain't no Capricorn like a surprise Capricorn. Like, hey. That's so funny. She's gonna tell us. She was there. They only heard one. Oh my goodness. Wow. So were you twins, Krista? Twin goats? Twin goats. That's good. We always need more Capricorns. We always need more Capricorns in the world. Nah, sometimes, yeah. Oh my goodness, that's the coolest. That is so interesting. Oh my goodness, she was afraid she was gonna pay extra baggage fee. Yes, Capricorn always goes for the 2-for-1 deal. Oh my goodness, that's so funny. Wow, what a story. That's amazing. But you know, that's, yeah, I mean, sometimes that's it. Yeah, but I'm the cute one. I like that, Krista. And you know what's really funny is I have done birth charts for twins before. I've done charts for twins before. Sometimes there are minute differences, like if there was a little bit of delay between them being born, but other times what you will often see is that, especially as they get older, one will embody one type of the energy of the chart and the other will embody a different type. And it's very interesting. It's like they're like the same but different. It's a really interesting energy doing twin charts. Yeah. I like it. It's really unique to see it. Yeah. Oh, y'all are great. Well, thank you so much for stopping by tonight, y'all. I love chatting with you, as you know. These readings were incredible. I'm gonna work on getting timestamps put on them and everything so that y'all can go back. I know I'll be going back and writing down what came out for my main signs. These readings were incredibly intense. Oh, interesting, Krista. 8 minutes. Yeah. I like that. We're gonna have to talk sometime. Yeah. You're welcome, David. And thank you, sweetheart, for being here. We always appreciate your energy and time. We love our Capricorns. We've got a lot of goats in here. Goats get lonely, so they love it when folks come and hang out with them. Yeah. Sebastian, where's your Aquarius cup? Do you sell it? Oh, I don't know. Those are hard to find. Hair raisin. Oh, I didn't get to say hi to you, sweetheart. I hope you're doing great out there, my beautiful Sag. Love you so much. Aw, yes. Very cool. Yeah, we rocking with the goats here. baby fire goat. Yeah, Moonchild's my honorary goat. And that's because her Aries sun sign is in her Capricorn house. That's her honorary sign. Whatever house your sun sign is in, you're an honorary that sign. For me, it's Pisces. That's where I get my psychic twinkle, or is that the psycho twinkle? I'm not sure which. I'm not sure which one it is. All right, sweetheart. Peace out, Girl Scout. David, did I tell you the story about our dog chasing the Girl Scout up the street? Moonchild could have been a Gemini. Yeah. Glad you were an Aries. Glad you were an Aries. All right, y'all. Stay warm for those of you who are in cold places, because it is funny, David. I was telling stories about our dog Fancy that we had when I was growing up, and she was a crazy dog. That dog created so many funny stories. She was nuts. She was totally nuts. She chased a Girl Scout down our street. This Girl Scout was like screaming and running. She was like, ah! And she wasn't like a big scary dog. She was like a weird little scruffy thing. So it's just, she was she was a mess. Stay warm, David. Yes, I know. It's been very chilly. You would think down in Georgia it doesn't get cold, but it was in the teens last night. It does. It gets cold down here. It really can. For the south, that's pretty darn cold. We get some icy nights. I've been putting extra food in the bird feeders, so my birds will have lots to eat. Yeah. That's not too horrific, David. Some people are getting dumped with snow. Oh, thanks, Sebastian. Oh, y'all make me smile, I tell ya. You do. You guys do. All right, my darlings. Well, have a good night. Keep the fires burning, if at all possible. And I'll be back on Friday night. I will be back Friday night, 8 p.m. Eastern time for Fire Dragon Friday. I might put my red sweater back on again, because we're going to be burning more fire. It's a fiery time. When it's cold, you got to get the fire going. Especially, that's when it's important. All right, my dragons, my fellow dragon folks. I'll be seeing you Friday and again on Sunday for the spirit animal reads. I know you are, Moonchild. Get to burn those red candles. You got a lot of love energy there. All right, my darlings. Have a great night. I'll be seeing you again soon. As always, remember to like, subscribe, and share this video with anybody you think might enjoy it, and I will be seeing you very, very soon. Thank you, Silver Star. Thanks for topping us off for the evening. You're such a sweetheart. I appreciate that very much. Appreciate all your time, all your donations, y'all. All right, I'll see you all soon. Take care.